Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone back to this live stream. We hope that the issues of lag do not come again. We have been facing this before as well since some time. I don't know. It's some kind of a YouTube issue that is there, and we are hoping that this does not last anymore. Thank you all for coming back. I hope that we are able to have a lot of people joining in here. Pawn to c5
No lag
played.
now.
Yeah, this is happening generally, Amruta,
For
when
the
we.
first stream, I think what we
Yeah.
should do, we should start 10 minutes earlier. It will lag for 10 minutes and then we should start a new stream.
Yeah, but generally when you schedule a stream, people join in and it's a nice thing.
We can't
It's
get
a,
everything.
yeah.
Abhi, this
Okay.
is the practical problem, what to do. It's not even in our control. I don't know what to do. So,
Okay, but by the way, Amruta, look at this. Gukesh completely focused here. He's thinking about his next move, what to play, because it seems like Praggnanandhaa has surprised him already on move number 3.
3.
Yes, move
Holy.
number
Okay,
3.
we should check, right? What is actually, what has been Prag playing and why is he thinking? I mean, why is Gukesh thinking
Oh,
and
100%. We have to check this opening and line and all of it. But Amruta, look at the scene here. I have a feeling that Gukesh is trying to make a very informed decision whether he should push his pawn forward or not. Guys, think about this. He's taken a bottle of water for himself because he knows that if he pushes the pawn, this is the most uh, uncompromising move in the position. Pawn to d5 to move ahead. However, it also means that he will face Praggnanandhaa's preparation. And if Gukesh hasn't prepared specifically for this line, it'll be a trouble. So this entire narrative is going on in Gukesh's head right now.
wow. And also, there are some times when Gukesh, might be recollecting some of his old preparation or how to deviate. Like sometimes now, I believe he would know so many lines that even choosing becomes a problem, right?
Absolutely, yeah. This is actually quite a tough moment, guys. We made one move extra. The pawn is back on c5. Praggnanandhaa gets up from the chair, leaving Gukesh all alone. Gukesh there trying to focus. What to play is the big question here. Guys, what would you do? Soumik Roy says, is it possible to give a check with the queen and pick up that pawn? That's a very good suggestion, Soumik. Check here and I want to pick up this pawn.
The problem is that the queen doesn't deserve to be there, right? With going with these two moves.
Yes, and the thing is, black develops, and then when you take here, black will take the pawn in the center, and somehow it seems like white did not get any center control. Queen is a little bit, as you said, awkwardly placed here. Knight will come out, rook will join in to hit the queen. So, all in all, it doesn't feel like the best move to get your queen out and give a check.
Absolutely. So, what else do you have? And first of all, you had asked whether they'll go d5 or not. तो लोगों ने कहा क्या?
So,
Let's
yeah.
see. By the way, Samlin says, wait, I just joined. It's Guki versus Prague already.
Yes, today it's Gukesh versus Praggnanandhaa, and it is one of the biggest encounters that we are watching here. And I hope that a lot of you will join in and follow this amazing encounter. We can see Gukesh, the world champion, thinking for his move here.
Ooh, and RG is asking Sagar, where is the beard?
I just shaved yesterday, so I'm feeling a bit light today. Not so. Yeah, I think it's
Tension
something.
कम हो गया.
हाँ, थोड़ा. I was thinking about doing it from a long time.
तो हो गया.
Yeah. By the way,
Okay,
Amruta,
नहीं, I'm curious.
Yeah.
जाओ ना ChessBase पे. We need to see.
to look at a
हाँ.
board and to see how many times this position has been reached. Okay.
And Prag ने क्या खेला है? Why is Guki into such a long thought, guys? What are you doing? How is it? How is life? Sagar bhai looking fire, says Srinath.
Arey, thank you, bhai. So let's see. While Gukesh is thinking, I'm going to actually show you what all has been played in this position. There we have the ChessBase board. This is ChessBase 18 and Mega database that I'm using. I'm actually using the live database inside ChessBase 18. So here, actually, the move that has been played the most is knight to f6. This is the biggest move that has been played 27,000 times. A6 has been played 5,300 times. C5 has been played 1,800 times. So it's not a in fact with transposition 2,867. So it's not a not played often move. But here the main move is to push your pawn forward e3, and the second main move is to push the d pawn forward. So this is these are the two moves that can be played.
But you know, so if you look at the best scores over here, 58% for d5 favors white.
Yes,
and there's also
50.
e4. What
and
about e4?
E4 also 58%, Amruta. So that's the reason why Gukesh is actually thinking.
Hey, wait a second. Because here I see Vishnu has also played e4.
Vishnu, former coach of Gukesh, has also played this. And in fact, Amruta, Praggnanandhaa, has he played this move
that's
before?
the main question. But look at Ivanchuk, Carlsen, Shiro, so many of them going for c5.
Yes, so many players have played this move, and I'm very surprised that Gukesh is taking so long for his moves here, guys. He is thinking really hard at this point, and we can see him battling there alone. We also have the clock running down, so it's of course 90 minutes plus 30 seconds increment here, and you can see that the time, oh, we have the clocks on the ulta side. Here we have
And is Harshit bhai joining today? Guys, Harshit bhai just came to India.
Yes, he's just arrived, I believe, or maybe he's on the way. I'm not so sure. So maybe one of the days, once he settles down from after his tournament, in India, he will join us. But for now, Amruta, we need all the people who are joining in to like the stream to make us reach to more people here. Guys, do like the stream, do subscribe, and we have more and more people joining in.
Yeah, and SP says life is good, soon going to be in the college. Arey?
Sorry.
Chala gaya.
And guys,
and yeah, in the Champions Chess Tour, where like upcoming May, where Ding versus Gukesh is going to happen. Ooh, very nice.
oh,
That
Oh.
is cool.
in
Yes,
which one?
I'm from Champions Chess Tour.
This will be the online event that will happen for the qualifier for the
I think
esports
that's what
World
he's
Cup.
saying.
Oh.
Yes, Sohan, I'm from Pune, Sagar is from Mumbai.
Guys, the clock is not stuck. It is moving. It's moving. Right now, knight to c3 has been asked.
Did he play? Asked matlab?
No, I mean, this move has been asked, is it a good move? This is also a good move. So, Amruta, it's a very rich position. And the thing is, I think Gukesh wants to push his pawn forward. And then after take, we have this position. Guys, 3 letters denote this position.
Wow.
What are those 3 letters called? Let's see if there are any hardcore chess fans here. Tomorrow is exam, still watching, says Paul Gomes Master. All the best, Paul Gomes. Do your best. Yes, IQP. Wow, we have an amazing chat here who have absolutely correctly guessed. It is called IQP. Guys, IQP means isolated queen pawn. And you might think, like, what's the big deal in isolated queen pawn? Because there are all sorts of queen pawns out, all sorts of isolated pawns on the chessboard. But the queen pawn is the most common isolated pawn out there.
Yeah, because usually the queen has a lot of strength, to be lonely.
No, Amruta, it's just the queen pawn, not the queen.
Oh.
And guys, Gukesh has been thinking for a massive now. This is the clock has been paused for a bit, but there you see 1 hour 19 minutes. He's been thinking for 10 minutes now. More than 10. He has 1 hour 19 minutes on the clock. In the background is Kevin Duggan. He is one. Oh, he push.
D5.
Yes.
Let's go. Okay,
Yes.
that's interesting.
Guys,
We are
I jumped out of my chair for this move
Cute.
because it is so exciting. This move gaining space in the position, Amruta. And that means that we are not going to get a dull game by any measure.
Whoa, I am rooting, as I am going to stick with it, for an exciting draw over here. But Sagar is rooting for a decisive game. Guys, what is your take over here? What are you rooting for?
We had a poll on our previous
That's a prediction,
stream.
but what are they rooting for?
Okay, what result?
Maybe you can put that poll, no? What are they rooting for?
Oh, by the way,
Pragg is
Pragg,
prepared.
of
He
course,
doesn't
Amruta,
take even
Praggnanandhaa,
moments.
because this is the main move. When you push your pawn forward as black, you have to anticipate white's move forward. Knight jumps in to attack here. And guys, I am going to put my home on stake here again. Knight to c3 is happening, Amruta. This is the move. Oh, Himang Bhai in the chat says a good performance by Gukesh may very well take him over 2800. Yes, that would be insane if he manages to reach 2800 because only 16 players in the history of chess and 17 in live rating and 16 in published rating have crossed 2800. And if Gukesh manages to achieve that, that would definitely be special. By the way, Amruta, today we have Gukesh playing here and you have something with you. What do you have?
I don't have any. I had. By the way, yes, I just had it. By the way, Himang says Nihal's have in action at Asian Individual today. Vaishali in Austria Grand Prix.
Yes, Nihal playing in Asian Continental and also Amruta having a lot of excitement in Asian Continental because her own brother, real brother Prathamesh is playing in Asian Continental there in Alain.
Yeah, but it's a tough round today. First round.
He's facing Alexandra Goryachkina. And we have a believer today, Lakshmi Pati SB. Wow, thank you so much. 30th believer. Thank you, Lakshmi Pati SB. And Gukesh brings his knight out to c3. My house is safe.
This time, whenever Sagar, we have to have a giveaway later. Okay. For Wookie's book, but this is the book, guys. Check it out. It's really like people are loving it.
In the description, lot of people have got it, and it's a great book. And Amruta, Praggnanandhaa is like blitzing out his moves. He has pushed his pawn forward, and look at Pragg. He's not even seeing the board. He's like, "Bhai, मैं तो fully prepared हूँ. सारे पोजीशन देख के आया हूँ. I've come well prepared to this game."
ये प्रग के सामने तो like the way he is sitting ना, it's like psychological pressure आ रहा है. ऐसा, you just look at him right now. But obviously it's Gukesh and he knows how to handle the pressure. But yeah, Pragg.
Lark Lance says, what is the age for the book, dude? Who is your target audience? You guys never tell. Well, the audience is actually, we made it for kids because they can read and get inspired from Gukesh's life story, but it is also has 20 pages of his life pictures, and anyone else who reads it, adults as well, will definitely get to know more about Gukesh. There's also a poster inside, so we would say it's meant for kids, but actually a lot of people of all ages enjoy it. So pawn, and it's a great gift as well that you can give to others.
Oh yeah, Megro, 19 years old, it would be more like a coffee table book for you. It's nice.
So e6 played. Birthday kids, yes. You can give it to birthday kids. That would be nice. And Amruta, now I'm again going to bet my house. Sorry for that. Please let me do it. My move
I
here.
really want to, understand this once Harshit Bhai also comes, because what sense does it make, Sagar? Sense.
Because the thing is, when the stakes are high, someday I will have my own house. Right now, I don't have it.
And
At
someday
that
also
point.
you are not generally saying you don't want to have it.
Who knows, Amruta? Future, no one knows what future holds for us. Pawn to e4 is the move, guys. Why? Because white cannot afford to give up the center that he has built. Imagine you take the pawn here. You already are seeing that the bar drops down. And here queen takes queen, king takes queen, bishop takes pawn, and black is the one who is
Pawn up.
better.
Because
Pawn up.
this pawn retains over there. Okay, so then you need to gain the pawn back, and for that right now e6 you have to go e4. This is what, Sagar, you are betting that white
Yes.
will save. Other than e4 and d6, is there any other move? Would be my question.
Well, I was wondering what else can we do, because
Like
black
if I
is,
go d6, you have queen d6, because I'm looking at bishop d6, knight b. Oh, what a blunder! Freak.
no, it's not a blunder.
Just saved, I mean, in general, but
But
still.
d6 is just a free pawn. So here pawn push forward. Place it e4 on
इतनी
the board.
खुशी, Sagar, इतनी खुशी. House, you have saved your house.
Yes, but
whatever
now,
that Lego
Amruta,
house as we talked
Prag
about.
instantly
Prepared.
responses. Pawn takes pawn. Response.
Show
Oh,
me on a
no,
CB18.
no, Amruta, now, 1 second, wait. Because
नहीं
it's
यार,
a
wait
key
नहीं
moment,
करना है.
key moment.
Okay.
Because many of you would think taking here is the move. But guys, there's a better move than that. And we are going to use the chat chess moves to see if any of you are prepared here for the move. It is white to play. What do you play in this position?
Ting.
Wow, we have our chat on the ball here, guys. Great job done here. Oh my God, Amruta, look at the number of people answering here. And the move
What? We
is
have 50
E5,
people on.
50.
But how
Yuani.
many are live? 43 people are live.
No. Yuani, Priyanshu, Shruti, Minasan, System Admin, Skygazer, Digitalogy, Arav Deshpande, Sanjay's Art and Craft, Samir Bardhan. Well done, guys. Pawn to E5 is what we are thinking. Might be Gukesh's move here. And he's thinking for sure, he's trying to assess whether he should go for this or not. And Amruta, look at this. If you push your pawn forward, you hit the knight. The knight has to move. Imagine where can it go. For example, it goes forward.
Yeah.
Let's say it moves forward. Then you can take this pawn in the center. It becomes very interesting
No.
position.
Wait. Something is a problem about this.
No, of course there are other moves. I'm just
Maybe
trying
94
to explain that pawn push is an idea here. But we can also take this pawn. And this actually Prag would be very happy. Guys, try to tell me. Here's your next question very quickly. What is a good move here for black? Because you see white's pawn is a passed pawn. And you want to blockade it. What would be a good move here for black? For black.
Guki says, "Hi, I met you in Bangalore. It was magical." Arey, Sagar, he met you in Bangalore.
Who?
His real name is not there.
What is his name?
Guki.
Oh, Guki. Nice.
Guki, I mean...
Oh, Gukesh, by the
Guki
way,
is my
Amruta, adjusting his chair, putting it down there. And we have another believer in the chat, Dipanshu Dhilan. 2,800 is his contribution. Thank you so much, Dipanshu, for contributing to Help Chess. 2,800 is what they are hoping for. And by the way, look at this, Amruta. Even this move, we have got chat completely zoned in. They have become so strong, it seems. Bishop d6 is the move. Shaumik,
50 people.
Black U, Digitalogy, Superman, Sanin, Vodan, Arnav, Ash, Trigonometry, and Prithviraj. Guys, you all have got this right. So Praggnanandhaa would love to put his bishop on d6. And then if Gukesh takes it here, then he castles, white castles. And in such a position, you can say that, okay, maybe black is slightly pressed for space, but there are moves that are there, which is like bishop here, knight comes here, rook comes here, and it feels like a position which is complex but even.
Yeah, very rich, very balanced. Like it's, I mean, I would say thank you to both these players because amazing opening on the board. For this one game which we are going to follow for hours and hours, we have something exciting.
Yes, Amruta, it's going to be super exciting.
Yeah,
We also
like it's
have...
like imagine no, you're going for a vacation,
Yeah.
okay, and then you want to see certain things और कुछ देखने को है ही नहीं, तो क्या ही?
तो मतलब क्या हुआ? कौन सा vacation? Sorry.
अरे मतलब this is like a vacation where there's so much to see.
Oh, nice.
हाँ.
That's so nice, Amruta. Sometimes Amruta's points are missed by me, guys. Sorry for that.
Sometimes.
Yeah, often.
Sorry, chat.
Oh, Amruta, he takes the pawn. He didn't go for pawn takes pawn. Pawn push forward. That's interesting because we were analyzing this. It would have been super sharp.
Yeah, and I'm just for my curiosity after 94. Should white play 94 d4 bishop? No,
actually the
94
best
d5.
move is to take with the queen here, and that is the best idea. When actually black takes here, queen takes queen, king takes pawn, with maybe this position being slightly better for white, because I want to save the pawn. However, it doesn't work because of, guys, a very quick question before we head over to what has happened in the game. Praggnanandhaa comes back. White to play here, guys. This is not happened in the game. This is analysis. We will get back to the main game. Yes, digitalogy. So quick to find it. And Prag instantly puts his bishop there. Yes, all those who said knight g5, that's the correct move. Attacking here and then picking this up. Meanwhile, going back to the live position, Prag has just brought his bishop out into the center. And Amruta is looking very confident here. I think we are going to reach that position where we take and then castles and we'll have that rich position.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see for a moment, like do I have ideas like knight b5 is a blunder, as bishop g5, but I don't have time for any long castle ideas, right? You know, whenever Gukesh is playing, we have seen so many times like an unpredictable g4 and h4 and, you know, some dynamics which he understands very differently. So, but here nothing, no chance, no time.
We have a new believer on helpchess.org. Alireza Raika has contributed. Alireza, thank you so much for your contribution to Help Chess. We have had already many people today. 3 of them. Bishop d6 is a developing move. And you were saying, Amruta, that, you know, my guess is you just simply take here. But
why is he thinking then? Like if he had to take on c4, what do you think? Why is he thinking?
Maybe his idea is another move that is a small check. It is a very interesting move, guys, because I'll tell you why this move is super interesting and forces black to go back with the bishop. Because the most natural move is to block with the queen, but here white has a chance to get an advantage, guys. White to play. What do you do in this position?
What I'm surprised is like how quickly we're getting 50 answers, because I don't think it was happening for such a long time.
People are just waiting for some great chess, some classical chess to happen. And I think it's been a long time.
It's amazing that interest is there.
Yeah.
So they say, Sagar, you're an epitome of positivity.
Thank you, bhai. Thank you. Himang says Gukesh का जलवा है दोस्तों. अरे Gukesh भाई.
Prudential says, Sagar, you're looking 10 years younger with that shaven haircut. Baapre, 10 years.
Amruta, look at what the answer is. People have found it. Again, our chat, this time a little bit divided on this move. But knight b5 is the correct move found by Trigonometry, Digitalogy, Vaishnav, Jash, Kaustub, Sugan Sum, System Adwin, welcome. Ayushman and Sai Teja. That's brilliant, guys. That's just amazing.
But look at so many other moves which people also had suggested. That means that they are alert for the candidate moves.
Well, I'm not so sure, Amruta, because someone has written here, in this position after queen e2, queen e7, bishop c4. The bishop doesn't jump, guys, that way. So
But what if the bishop is so happy and it wants to jump? Like you're jumping from the chair. Yeah, it's exactly. Look, you're wearing a white shirt.
So Amruta, but look at this, knight b5 is such an interesting
Beautiful.
move, because suddenly the bishop is being threatened, and even if you trade queens, it's like, who's going to take care of the bishop if the bishop
No, but
moves
if
away?
I can't even give it up with king d7. It looks ugly to the core, and takes bishop f4.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I can even wait for it. I can maybe, yes, you are right. I can give a check. I can castle also. Can bring my rook here. Many options.
Done hai, done hai. Okay, so bishop d6 and Guki singing. Can you show if there is a game already in this?
Oh,
because
yes.
obviously there has to be.
Let's have a look at our ChessBase 18, guys, where generally all the top players use it to prepare. So we will just have a look at that database and see if this position has been reached before there or not. So we see, Amruta, here, e takes d5. This position has been reached 174 times. And after bishop d6 that is played here, we have 108 games that has continued with bishop takes c4. And the players who have played, top players who have played it with white are Vladimir Akopian, Alexei Sarana, Eric Hansen, Kojul. No one about 2700.
But Abhijit Kunte also has played it. Interesting. And with black, who is the highest rated who has played this?
We have Shiro, who has played it with black. And the move here, queen check, has been played for only 9 games. So I will be super surprised if Gukesh actually goes and plays his queen forward and gives a check. And meanwhile, guys, we have crossed 2624, 300 subscribers. Of late, guys, last few days we have had a very, very slow growth in subscriber count. But आज जो भी subscriber नहीं है दोस्तों, hit that subscribe button, and so that we can continue covering all the top events, all the other events, everything in chess world.
2624, Sagar, when will you cross your rating?
Arey Amruta, now I am going to play chess very soon, guys.
Arey guys, did you read? Sagar is gonna play.
Yes, this is actually a match that will happen in October. India versus USA, 4th of October. I will be representing Team India, which is a big honor, as well as something that just came my way out of the blue, and I accepted it. And I'm like, okay, let's try. Let's see if we can, reignite the chess career that is there. And yes, I'm going to play Levi Rosman. Actually, that game in itself is going to be very short. Think about it, Amruta. Going
for
to
months
the
and months you will practice. If you practice.
That's different if I practice. But the other thing is, I go to the US, some like thousands of kilometers away, to play for 20 minutes. This I never imagined in my life that I will be doing this.
But this is amazing, no? For chess.
Yes, this is
to
very
have
nice.
Such a match.
Right. And also we had Ethan Vaz, who will play on the junior board. So that will also be super exciting, guys. Ethan Vaz versus Tani, who is this young kid in USA whose story had become super famous because he comes from, I think, originally from Africa, comes from a very modest background and managed to sort of reach the IM level, and this is such a huge success story that we have in Tani there.
Wow. Chandler is saying in C2 broadcast, Fabi said Levy versus Sagar
Amruta,
match.
Check.
The same thing. Queen e7, but Queen e7 is bad, so he'll obviously not go Queen e7. I mean, he is going to go Bishop e7. But what is this prep? 1 second. Bishop e7, were there games, Sagar? With Bishop e7?
I'm sure that there will be. I mean, Prag will. I'm interested to see
Wait,
if Prag
is
comes
Prag
back.
planning King f8? What
Could be.
saying?
Could be King moves back. Could be Bishop moves back. It's a very interesting moment for Gukesh. You can see the intensity on his face. He's like, I have. It doesn't matter if my opponent is well prepared. It doesn't matter if I'm 25 minutes behind on the clock. I'm going to play ambitious chess.
Look at the time difference. 1 hour 30 minutes for Pragg.
Yes.
1 hour 4 minutes for Gukesh.
There you see Gukesh. Very focused there. And Amruta, the thing is now, Pragg, where is Pragg? I'm very interested to see if Pragg comes and blitzes out his move. If he does that, that would be a huge surprise. Arey Akshay bhai, thank you so much. Sagar bhai, we admire your passion for chess. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Very kind.
Himang says only
games.
2 games with Bishop e7 and Queen e7 may come as a shock for Gukesh as it is a novelty. King f8 may come as a shock. So if Pragg plays King
No,
f8...
King f8 has been played once already. Between Schulz and Nemeth in the first Saturday. It's no 2001 over the board game. King f8 has been played once according to the live database. There is also Amruta Bishop e7 in 4 games that has been played. And actually, funnily, Queen e7 has been played in 4 games, but all by players who are below the rating of 2250. We cannot expect Praggnanandhaa to play Queen e7 here, guys.
100%. If he plays Queen e7, I'll bet the house which Sagar imagines.
Amruta, kya baat hai?
Yeah, Sagar.
This is called influence. You know, slowly you have started to bet the house. I think we shouldn't bet too much houses, Amruta, because maybe it will be
all your friends like Vidit ka ghar jayega, Anish ka ghar jayega.
By the way, we have Titash Banerjee, who's the booster of Indian chess, has become a member. I want to actually give a big shout out to all the members on our channel. We have an article here, Himang bhai, if you can post it. We have had members in the last 1 year from April 24 to March 25 to the tune of nearly 8 lakh rupees. And we are using all the funds to get laptops for young Indian chess players who have applied for it over there. We are going to select the best, I think 8 of them, and going to present them with a very good laptop thanks to your contributions on this channel. So I want to thank all the members who are supporting here for this amazing thing. There you see Himang bhai spamming the link. Bhai, kitne baar? Thank you. And so thank you all for your support. Mayank says, all the best for your match against Levy. When and where is it? And are you doing any prep? Good to see the dynamic duo commentating together. So Mayank, the match is in on 4th of October in Arlington, Texas. And it is going to be in this esports stadium. And yes, we did begin a bit of prep in the sense that Amruta and I started working on some positions and so on. It's very exciting for me to get back to the time when we both actually, when we were just married in 2014, we practiced a lot for like a couple of years. And that was the golden phase of our life. And at that point, Amruta, it also led to a lot of good memories. We traveled a lot. So that's, by the way, Pragg is back after, 3 minutes. And he instantly plays Bishop e7, Amruta. Crazy Pragg.
He's prepared and he's confident, and look at the time, all the time consumed is just because he was not on the board.
Because he was walking around or he went somewhere. And Pragg.
No, this is definitely going to put pressure on Gukesh. Like, there is no chance that, your opponent is not used any time. He's well prepared in the opening. How will it not put pressure? Tell me.
I agree. It's Pragg the thug.
Pragg, over here. So let's understand. Now what is Pragg expecting here or after Bishop e7? Guys.
Because I think Pragg wants to chop off this pawn now. He's attacking it twice. And it's only defended once. So maybe Gukesh simply takes this with the queen. But then you do feel that the queen it's not so bad. It's not so bad. You castle here. Then I put my bishop here. Then next move I will castle.
Black is asking where is the proof that all the money is solely going to help chess. So we have all the details, like each and every name which is mentioned in the list, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we can also show like all the people in this that we have collected from in the article, all the names, and then whatever money that is there, we are actually going to. There's a laptop which we are going to buy that's written in the article, which is worth more than ₹1,00,000. So that's why I think 8 laptops are possible. And then we will select those 8 kits, send them, then we put some pictures of them getting it, and we will be sharing all these updates with all of you.
So what will you play here, Sagar? Like,
Chandler Bing Amruta, before we go into, says Fabi in C Squared podcast said Levy versus Sagar match is kind of given an edge to the US. We know you are very good at analyzer and good at classical player, but do you generally play online? No, I don't play online, but this is over the board, and I do feel like, of course, Levy at this point has an edge over me. But there are few more months left, and I hope that I can practice more
yeah.
and
And you
reduce
guys
the edge.
and you guys are here to support.
Yes, I will try to practice a lot. Oh, by the way, Amruta, look at Jojo says, what if bishop f4 and bishop f4 is on the board?
जोजो ने जोजो कहा वो हो गया.
Array. Instant castling by
But Pragg is not thinking at all. What is the novelty he's going to bring on the board?
Amruta, long castle incoming.
Whoa! I had, asked you when Gukesh is playing. Long castle का क्या scene है?
भगवान से वरदान मांगा और the exciting move is going to happen, guys. But
okay, but is it good or
No,
bad?
one second.
One second. That is the question.
My question is, Amruta, can we win a piece here with pawn push? Isn't that something? For example,
Okay, let's ask the
bishop
people.
is no.
What's
You have
the
to
move?
take. You have to take. And now I was wondering if we long castle, our rook will stand here. But the problem is bishop takes bishop comes with a check. So I will play rook d1. But here black has a very good move, guys. What should black play in this position? Long castle on the board.
क्या ही गेम है गुकेश and Pragg. Guys, thank you so much. We are enjoying.
By the way, Amruta, that last question which I had asked has gotten a lot of answers here. Rook e8 is the correct move, guys, in this position where we spoke. Rook e8, pinning the queen against the king, and black is completely fine. There's no time to win this bishop. But long castle did happen. He was threatening to push the pawn, and Pragg blocks it immediately. He's still in his preparation, Amruta. What crazy prep is Pragg showing here?
And it's not just prep. Just look at Pragg. He looks super confident.
Yes.
He's roaming around. It's not even like many times you're prepped and you are there on the board. You're still calculating. But कोई टेंशन ही नहीं है उसके मुंह पे.
No, absolutely.
उसके मुंह पे भी नहीं है, उसके मूव में भी नहीं है. No tension. So bishop d6 played. Obviously the bishop is hanging. Okay, tell me one silly question. Can I ask?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll ask 100 silly questions, but abhi ke liye one. What if g3?
No.
And I will say that I want g file to be open.
No, but that's just terrible pawn structure here. Takes.
But Sagar, this kind of pawn structure earlier we used to discard in calculation. But since Alpha 0 came in, such kind of possibilities cannot be discarded, I mean.
I agree, Amruta. The main problem, of course, is that black should somehow be limited after such a structure. But it seems like black can come out with the knight, rook can come here. It doesn't feel like black is being impacted so much.
Yeah, because I think for g7, I'm not able to attack after the rook.
Yeah, just...
h7 pe bhi I'm not able to immediately create an attack. That's why. Okay.
So maybe Gukesh doesn't go here. Now Gukesh has a tough task. Guys, the world champion is being put to the test here by his, I would say his city mate, who lives just a kilometer away from him in Chennai, Praggnanandhaa, because here Gukesh has a decision to make. Should he take the bishop? Should he move the bishop away to pin the knight? Should he drop the bishop back in the hope that black will take and he will take back with his h pawn, opening up the rook? There are all these possibilities. In fact, there's another possible move, which I believe is not that great, is to even take this pawn on c4, defending this bishop. It's also possible. It's just a little sad because then pawn here and he will push it forward, gaining more space, which is the reason why I think right now Gukesh has a very tough decision. He can even take the bishop, by the way. That's maybe the best move.
Okay, but Gukesh is finding each and every move on the board.
Yeah.
And we are on move number 10th. And I think he started thinking since 5th move in some way. Though he would...
Third move, Amruta. Fourth move, actually.
Fourth move.
Yeah.
And according to you, how much of it would be something that he knows it? You know, yet, I mean, he has to calculate kind of, but he knows it. Or is it all kind of fresh?
I think it's fresh, Amruta. It can't be something that he knows, because how else can, you can't be thinking for so long if you knew it. I think he's now just freshly assessing this position. He's using his years of experience. He's using his chess knowledge.
How many years of experience you are talking about?
Well, not so many. He's just 18. But he will soon turn 19, Amruta, on May 29th, guys. It's his birthday there. Prag will turn 20 this year. In August.
Wow, I mean, his teenager is going to end very soon.
Yeah, both of them growing up very quickly, and who knows, Amruta, this year we might see a Prag versus Gukesh World Championship. Although there is another guy from India who lives in Telangana who might just be saying that I want to defer here. I would like to also join in this race. But Prag is leading the FIDE circuit right now after his fantastic performance in Vaikanze. Quite a good performance in Prague, where he was leading, but in the end Arvind won it. And then now a very good performance in Superbet Blitz, Rapid and Blitz, where he finished third overall. So he is right now leading the FIDE circuit.
In fact, all the tournaments which we watched in the last, after Tata Steel, I think there was never a 40 move rule.
Yeah.
Today there is.
Today there is a 40 move rule. There is 90 minutes plus 30-second increment. So guys, remember Gukesh's time that is ticking down. He has to make his remaining 30 moves in 57 minutes. That's less than 2 minutes per move. It can get quite tricky there. So bishop d6, people in the chat are mentioning that take this pawn with the queen. It could be possible. But
Neil is saying that I would be worried about black playing bishop f5 before I can play king b1 as white, and it's a very good worry. You know, certain worries help you to avoid some problems.
It's a worry, but do you have to worry is the question, because your king, once the dark squared bishops are traded, might be safe here on c1.
Somehow it never looks safe on c1.
You know, Amruta, that's why Gukesh
actually king b1
feels
right now. He could go, no?
How
but
his
it's
bishop
slow.
is
Oh, sorry. Takes king b1. Bishop f5, king a1. Too slow.
In fact, I would be even more scared to have my king on a1, because it's like this king is very poorly placed. The pawns are coming in, and you know, sometimes we have this thing, right? When there's an earthquake, try to run into open spaces. Don't be in close spaces, because when you are in close space, the chances of you not being able to come out are even higher.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. Great analogy. So bishop f5 can create problems for white king, which Gukesh decided he's okay with when he long castled.
Yeah, of course. I think Gukesh is just right now, he has long castle, but he's okay with the fact that black will hurl his pawns down the board. And that is the imbalance, guys, in this position. That white has a passed pawn in the center of the board, while black has this queen side majority, which can start rolling down. So
firstly, you have to take on d6.
Yes.
Can you go bishop g5 one second and pin that knight?
Actually, Adarsh Saraswat in the chat has mentioned this move, pinning here, but maybe then this idea.
Okay, bishop f5 doesn't matter. Just go bishop f5 for a moment, because it's the most natural one. And now if I go h3.
You want to push your pawn like this?
I really don't understand. Engine is not liking so many of White's moves, which feels very natural.
But
And now
Amruta,
H4.
now you are a pawn down. You should remember
Look,
this.
look, 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 look. Now I am not going to care about the C4 pawn, which I gave up third move. Like, वो sacrifice गया.
Well,
H5.
but you can get it back actually. Oh, H5. This is too bad, Amruta, because my bishop can jump in here and you will you will suddenly lose your
अरे
bishop.
तो G4 को क्यों bishop D3 नहीं खेला?
This was the plan, like because I think here if I don't do this, you could maybe potentially trade, give up the exchange, but also you could just move the queen away.
Oh, that means White needs to take the C4 pawn, क्या? No matter what.
I mean, either take
After-
here,
And queen
then
takes C4.
and the thing is, guys, queen takes C4 is a move, but here I want to get this pawn in a different way. So white to play. What do you do? Let's see if the people here are switched on. Oh, we have more than 2000 people here, guys. Do like the stream. सब लोग आ जाओ दोस्तों.
Makuna is saying Sagar is looking like a ghost. Please maintain this look.
Ghost.
No, Sagar looking good.
Oh.
First I read like a ghost. So like, then I said, okay, let me prank you.
Oh, Anushka Diwan says that people might be using engines. It's not fair for those using are answering with integrity. Guys, the best thing here about this stream is that if you are not using engine, you can actually improve your chess while having a lot of fun while watching. This is, I think, one of the best ways to work on your chess, get better at it. So if someone's using the engine and trying to think, I don't see what benefit they would get out of it.
Yeah. And if you're using engine, then at least you have to be truthful. That I'm using engine.
Yes, and Amruta, let's have a look at what our chat has come up with this time, because it's a very interesting moment. And so the move that has been recommended the most is knight back to d2. This is very interesting move because they want to chop off this pawn with the knight.
What
However,
if queen f4?
there is a better move here for black, which is just to take this pawn with the knight because the rook
Okay,
is
but
blocked.
knight c4, there is, okay.
And now
Knight
we can
c3.
take, but we can also give a check and wriggle out or even check here. So that doesn't work. For all those who said the move, by the way, Amruta, Gukesh has made a move. Let's just quickly head over to the board. He has taken here on c4 with the queen. Very interesting, and that has made Prag pause in his tracks.
Yeah, so now he knows that it is not the best move, and he will try to find something good because he knows that maybe the assessment will not stay slight edge for white.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a good thing out of opening preparation in a way, and I do think the position is not very easy for white to play. I mean, comparatively, it's easier for black to play. What do you think?
I'm
Yeah?
not so sure. I
No?
mean, in a way, yes, because there is this move pawn push, and then you want to push this forward again. So that does make
Yeah, clear plan, no? If I get the bishop on that f5 wala diagonal, it's beautiful.
True.
Then a6, b5, b4. Your king is weak. I am so fast in the attack.
This is actually a huge imbalance in the position that black has these pawns rushing down the board, and Gukesh can be under pressure, guys. For example, let's say I make a simple move like bishop here, then already the game is over. Guys, what's the move? It's a very easy one. So I'm going to very quickly check with you because it just drops the full point here.
Madhurya says, I don't even understand chess, but I'm still watching it. I find it so fun.
Oh wow, that's so nice to know that you enjoy it, and maybe it's a good idea to also learn a bit of chess so you can enjoy it even more.
Wow. And Digitology says, yeah, I got good intuition due to watching streams.
And the move here, Amruta, which I think we have a huge number of people in the chat who have managed to find This is really great job by so many of you. B5 is the move, and that is Neil, Srijan, Sumadhuri, Rao Saheb, Kaustub, Ronaldo, Sugansun, Shreyan, Kavya, and Anurag. Good job, guys. That is the correct move. The queen can no longer defend the bishop, and you lose it. So I'm pretty much looking at a6 for Pragg, Amruta.
Yeah, a6 looks the most natural. What else? Like, normally you try to look at moves like b5 directly also, but the development is so bad that you won't
Yeah.
in this scenario. What about knight a6? How is that idea? Oh, but I would be worried about bishop d6. Play, khelo. Queen d6 and knight b5, right?
Yeah. Actually, this position, Amruta, it reminds me of one opening that I used to play with white pieces before. Let me see if I can recollect it. It was the Grunfeld defense with this line. Oops, sorry. Queen b3 takes castles, e4 c5. By the way, there is some sacrificial line, or maybe you start off with knight a6 first, then bishop e2, then c5, d5, e6, castles, pawn takes, and pawn takes. And this is the structure which is very similar there, that is played, and I have played this with white. Often, there are some very interesting lines where you go even long castle, which is very similar to the game.
Absolutely. Only like this bishop on g7, the fianchetto bishop would make a lot of difference for sure. In fact, I think it's preferable to have the bishop on d6. It acts as a very important blockader. Though we know knights are the best blockaders, but here it's doing a fine job.
After I take, queen takes, I can jump and push the pawn. That's possible. So that's why, anyway, this is a good move.
a6. Yeah, you stop knight b5. You don't have to think much. So Pragg is thinking and taking his time. Now we are out of the preparation territory, right, Sagar?
Yeah, we are out of it right
like even
now.
For Pragg,
Pragg is going to take his time. He's going to analyze what are the possibilities. I'm pretty sure he will push this pawn. You don't want to be taking here and helping white get this pawn moving, guys. That would be the worst thing that could happen. And Gukesh gets up for the first time in the game. He's feeling a bit more confident now that Pragg is thinking. And guys, this is how modern chess is. One player comes well prepared. The other has to sort of zone in and try to find the best way to navigate the preparation. And once that is done, then they both are fighting now. So it's been roughly an hour since the game has begun. And now both the players are on their own. Very interesting.
Independent. Yeah, they are on their own. Tasnia says, you guys inspired me to start playing chess. I've recently started. Thank you so much to help me find what I want to do.
That's amazing. That's amazing. By the way, Amruta, in the chat, people are saying, can we also have a look at the other games? We're going to have a quick glimpse at the other games. But before that, Praggnanandhaa is like, you can't go away, guys. I have pushed my pawn to a6. I'm now planning to push b5 next.
Wow, he did play a6. And you know what the engine says? This slight initiative already with black. But even that is something I would say that not to believe. Because you try a few moves with white. And let's say, like what would be your move, Sagar?
As white or black?
Yeah, as white. Anything other than the best engine move, suppose. By the way, Anagha says I'm 12 years old, but I love chess. I have never missed a stream. Bapre.
Anagha, that's so nice to know. By the way, Amruta, I would play my bishop back to g3 as an idea.
And see, the bar says not a good idea.
Pawn push. And I swing my queen over here. And my idea is to put the bishop here and try to somehow...
But anyway, I can also stop that with c4. Thanks for telling the idea.
Amruta, he played it, by the way.
What did he play?
Bishop takes and Pragg took back the bishop. So trading was, I think, the most logical.
Yeah. So that's where we were saying that the most logical idea was queen h4. You want to create an attack over there. And with a very natural, simple move b5, black was getting a better position.
Yes.
And now you see that how it's easier to play from black.
Let's see, Amruta. It's not so clear.
I
Sometimes.
don't know. I just see the attack coming on the white king.
Yes, but you should also look at maybe some possibilities for white. How is it if you can dislodge this queen and my pawn moves forward? I might
That
have
would
some.
be epic. But tell me the reality. Oh, look, bishop d3.
Yeah. The reality, as Gukesh
Gukesh
trying
is like,
to
I'll
show.
show you reality.
I'm going to swing my queen over here. I'm going to get your knight out of the board. I also have stopped your bishop from coming here. So the ones who were
Amazing.
afraid of bishop f5, the bishop has stopped this bishop from coming here.
Amazing move. I think bishop d3 was important. And you are completing the development. So tell me, Sagar, why did you go queen h4?
I'm actually, Amruta, a bit surprised here. What happens if I push my pawn now? It's actually giving white a good position.
क्यों अभी queen h4? Now what's the tension? Because with c4 you can just tuck in your bishop. Or, yeah. To c2. Tuck in.
So in a way, now the most natural move, which is the pawn push, is giving white a great position with the queen and bishop angling here.
Yeah, so Prag will not go for b5, like 100%. I am betting that. I think knight d7 is something he will
I
think
can't
about.
bet this move against this. But
No, b5
no,
he will
Amruta,
not
I know
go.
what he will do. I know what he'll do. Guys, what do you think black should play here? Think about this. You want to stop the queen from going to h4. So what should be the most logical move in this position for black?
You're asking a logical question. You think logic is
Amruta,
good in life, Sagar?
Shabir Mohammed says 550 elo player here. I understand nothing about the lines you share, but watching ChessBase India stream became a habit. Just watching it all along, looking at the eval bar. Arey bhai. Shabir ji, we try to keep it as simple as possible. Amruta, who's in the chat? Oh my god. We have Harshit bhai joining in.
नहीं,
हाँ, hello आ गया हर्षित भाई का.
Oh, अरे क्या ही पहुंच गए इंडिया.
Harshit bhai, how was your travel? Harshit bhai, first time traveling in business class. तो दोस्तों, I want a Harshit bhai update on how was his travel back. So, he's in
अरे वो तो जेट लैग में थोड़ा रहेगा. He would be.
पुणे में है अभी वो. And
सर्डिनिया ओपी. कितने सारे चैट में भी हर्षित है. That's funny. Prasanna says, sir, it would be good when you read the moves from the chat. Please explain even the moves with less votes and explain why it is bad. Very good suggestion, Prasanna. We will definitely do it because we are Prasanna with the suggestion. Oh, Malti says, I am also 12 years old and rated 1346. And of course, I've never missed your streams. Crazy, guys. बस घर पे पता है ना मम्मी पापा को.
Akuna says Harshit bhai actually finished in top 20 in Sardinia. And guys, there is one more game that I was working on. He did beat a talented Indian youngster, Adarsh. And meanwhile, while Harshit bhai is enjoying mangoes in Pune, भाई ऐसे क्या अकेले खा रहे हो भाई? आप तो खास आदमी हो, आम खा रहे हो आप, आम आदमी नहीं हो. Kudre Mahesh Kumar has contributed on helpchess.org and become a believer of Indian chess. Thank you so much, Kudre Mahesh Kumar ji, for your contribution.
That's cool.
So, Amruta.
No, that's cool. And Sagar, I have a suggestion. If
Yes.
you could help with that later, tomorrow, can we make it slightly bigger so that you can read the names easily? Like, we'll get to know easily.
हाँ अमृता,
At
सब
this
दिख रहा है अभी.
हाँ, अरे मैं थोड़ा दूर बैठ रही हूँ और चश्मा भी है तो दिखता नहीं है.
Cool. We will do something. Meanwhile, our subscriber count growing. Guys, do like the stream, do subscribe, ताकि अपन आगे बढ़ते चलेंगे. Right now, will Prag? By the way, I had asked a question. I forgot. Question asked, what should be the move? And we had 27 people answering this correctly, guys. Well done. Aryaman, Jash, Shaumik, Naman, Rohit, Jojo, Yuvraj, Kaustubh, Sanin and Arjun. This is absolutely correct. Bishop g4, pinning the knight here and also stopping the queen coming. So if I push my pawn now, Amruta,
Wow.
there could be... Oh, this is incredible.
Wait.
One second.
Can I try to calculate?
Yes, I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Why is this move a bad move, guys? It's a great move, but only because there is one move that white has. I'm going to
super.
tip my hat to whoever finds this move white to play.
Super. अच्छा, tip your head बोला. Tip your hair. Head लाओ.
Oh my god, Adarsh Saraswat is so strong. Harshit Bhai is like boom bam. Boom bam. खा रहे हो आम. Bhai, the move here, Amruta, what a move. Bishop h7.
Too good. Too good. Disco. क्या ही disco.
Adarsh, Ronaldo, Neil, Anay, Ramesh, Sanin, Aryaman, Trigonometry, Jojo and Wilson. All of you have got it right. Because now if I take with the knight, the bishop hangs. If I take with the king, say hello to the rook on h1. Check here. Gukesh comes back. He's like, Prag, why aren't you making your move? I'm ready now for a big fight here. Bishop d3, guys, look at this. The intense moments in the game right now. क्या ही moment है अमृता, एकदम बढ़िया.
No, like can we keep that for a few more
Amruta,
seconds?
if bishop g4 h3, we can't go b5. That's why first take, and now just finish your development, and this might be a very, very good position for Prag.
Okay, but now for me to assess suddenly becomes like white is better because of this bishop, number one. Then this beautiful file, which is very easy to put pressure over here. Then your queen is also shifting over here, keeping some ideas with rook g1. And all in all, it looks great at some point if the knight wants to jump in. Okay.
But Amruta, long-term issues with your doubled pawns, broken pawns, knight jumping here, trying to take the bishop, pawn push forward. You know, there are also black trump cards. So it's not a one-way struggle, guys. This is very important moment. I'm actually curious to see what will Gukesh do if Prag does go bishop g4. This will be a key moment in the game. And the world champion, guys, is playing after a very, very long time. तो कैसा लग रहा है आप लोगों को? How are you feeling? Oh, Harshit Bhai is like, by the way, after bishop g4, h3, bishop h7,
h3,
b5, bishop h7, king h8.
उधर भी उसने पूछा है.
Oh my god.
Was the best move. Queen g4. Wow. Solid calculation. Harshit
by mango effect working here. The rook gets activated. भाई क्या ही ये variation था. Crazy.
Too good, man.
Shreyan says तगड़ा लग रहा है सागर भाई. Soumik Roy, great. Digitalogy, awesome. And very, very cool, guys. Very cool.
Wow. Okay, what is the time situation? 52 minutes for Gukesh. 1 hour 14 minutes for Prag. He has kind of covered some of his time.
Yes.
And Prag, should definitely try to not use all his time. Because he got an edge in the opening through time.
Yes.
And if he's able to maintain, then that puts extra pressure on Gukesh.
This is a key moment because Gukesh is going for queen move. Rook to the center, bring the knight in, bring the other knight in, push the pawns. As you rightly said, white's play is flowing. So Prag needs to be very careful.
You know how things changed with this one move? Because just one move ago, I was mentioning Sagar looks great for black. His play is flowing.
But that's what happens when two good players are playing. Their every move changes a little bit. Like now when Prag will make his next move, you'll suddenly start feeling, okay, black's position also looks nice.
Yeah.
So that's why...
No, it's a perfect position. Very balanced.
By the way, Polly Walnut says, what happened to the candidates documentary? Yes, guys, the candidates documentary, which is being prepared by Biswa Kalyan Rath and our very good friend, like him and his partner, who both of them are good friends, Prashant Raj. Yesterday I spoke with him, actually, Prashant, on the call, and he said that instead of making one full-fledged documentary, they are going for an approach to having episodes into it.
Oh,
Yes,
limited
it's like a
series kind of web
series,
series.
and the first episode will be ready very
Wow.
soon, and they are going to actually then approach different OTT platforms to put that out. And it's actually very, very interesting. I'll ask him if we can reveal the names of those 6 episodes, because I got a little bit of goosebumps listening to those episodes, because uh, the name of the last episode is actually
Maybe you
called
cannot reveal. You don't know whether you can
Maybe.
reveal. No, don't reveal. Until you know, until you can confirm.
Arey yaar.
Yeah, but what a first round we have for GCT.
Yes, maza aa gaya.
Guys, we are going to have this tournament, a long tournament. It's going to continue till 16th of May. One day will be a rest day. I think 12th or 13th. I'm not. Maybe 12th. Maybe 12th is a rest day. Every day a classical round, a game begins at 6 o'clock. It's a long game because after 40 moves, they get an additional time of 30 minutes each. So most probably the stream will go on for 5 hours. COD says 6 episodes, like Queen's Gambit. Oh, Queen's Gambit had 6 episodes. Interesting. Vishnupriya is saying Vaishali is playing in Grand Prix. And what is happening? Very cool, no? Like Prag is playing here. Vaishali is playing at Grand Prix. In Austria, I think.
Yes.
So,
Nihal is playing in Alain.
yes.
And yesterday, Vaishali
Beat.
yes,
Whom?
Salimova. And by the way, Amruta, I must also tell our viewers that something very cool is happening in Mumbai. And
अरे
by the
मुंबई
way,
में इतनी गर्मी है तो क्या कूल हो रहा है?
lot of people constantly keep asking me कि सागर भाई सब कुछ मुंबई में ही क्यों होता है? Why don't other things happen in other parts of India as well? So my answer to that is, we are trying to build certain things which are like, we can replicate across the country. And yes, some things are not happening at the pace which we wanted, like a chess club inside a mall in different places, or but there's one thing which is very cool. It is the big chess summer camp. And because everyone wants to learn chess these days, we have actually brought this camp. This is Amruta, every year we have 2 editions. From 2023 2024 we have done 4. This is the 5th one, and it's completely free of cost for anyone to learn from basics. मतलब कुछ भी नहीं आता है chess, to actually becoming a good player of chess. And we have different sheets and all of it. I'll show you some pictures, but it is starting from the 9th of May at 4 p.m. in Phoenix Market City here in Mumbai. Now the thing is, we want to do more such camps across the country. We want to do it at different places, and which is why we would love if more of you come forward and say, okay, we are ready to do this. And actually Bangalore Chess Club came forward in Bangalore and said, we want to do such a camp in Bangalore which will bring chess to more people. UP 32 Knights, that is Akshay Natuji, came forward and said he will do it in Lucknow. So guys, because of this entire thing, and we'll share with you the sheets and everything so that you can teach there. So that is one thing that is happening. And then what is very cool, immediately when it ends on 14th, we have a big chess inter-school tournament from 16th to 18th May. That is also happening in Mumbai. I'll put the link. Maybe some mod can put the link. We have already close to 200 registrations. We have space for 400. And on the final day of that, the winners of that tournament will get to play Harshit Bhai.
Oh, Harshit Bhai को देखो एकदम ही.
Yeah, looking good actually, Harshit Bhai, but that is a constant, Amruta. It's not a new thing for Harshit Bhai. So that is the reason why guys, these two events, which are the Big Chess Inter-School and the Big Chess Summer Camp, are something that we would love if more and more people do it across the country to promote chess, to bring it to more people. And we can help you set it up. What are the requirements? We can tell you. What do you need? You need a venue, you need some sheets to print out, you need some volunteers, and you can make it happen. And more than 1,000 people can learn chess in 5-6 days.
No, this is a very brilliant thing which has been happening. And Sagar, I think with more there is also some content related with it on Clips channel. I think they can check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere. We have put many videos on this. If you just type
but I was
Big Chess
just
Camp.
promoting Clips channel right
Hey,
now.
Amruta.
अरे मजाक कर रहे हो रे सागर बहुत. Oh, we have Sameer Kulkarni sending a super chat. Thanks for ChessBase India, Sagar sir and Amruta ma'am. Yeah, it's the whole team, ChessBase India team, but also so many people. Our friends and colleagues who are also helping and contributing and completely wholeheartedly giving all their skills to the chess world. So it's a beautiful unity which is happening. सॉलिड. सो गेम बढ़िया चल रहा है यहाँ पे.
हाँ.
कैंप बढ़िया होने वाला है.
हाँ.
हर्षित भाई का साइमल में लोगों को they can really beat him. Okay, Harshit Raja, and they can feel like a king.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
guys.
it can be very few people who can do that because we
Who knows,
see
Amruta? These
Harshit
young
has been
kids-
very much
young
in
kids
for.
very difficult these days, Amruta. And they are very much raring to beat everyone out there.
Yeah, and और कोई excitement है क्या आज सागर? Any more exciting things happening?
Jash Haria says, will you stream Champions Chess Tour from May 18th? Yes, because it is the qualifier to the EWC World Cup, and we want to kind of cover that because will Arvind, will Nihal, will all these players make it to the EWC World Cup? Will Anish Giri make it there? So many questions that are there on our mind. And while we have those questions in our head, we are thinking, can some guest, Amruta, join us right now? What do you think? Guys, we have with us a very, very special guest joining us all the way from India. For very first time, I think, joining from India. Any guess? Oh, directly on the screen.
Hello, Sagar bhai and Amruta looking sharp bhai. Haircut
Bhai, inspired by you, I went yesterday to do a haircut.
Wow.
Oh, but सही है यार. हर्षित भाई from Pune, my city.
Yes, I'm back home. I'm home here. बहुत
भाई,
मजा आ
ऐसा
रहा
feel हो रहा है
है.
कि आप बहुत पास हो हमारे अभी.
अरे सागर भाई अभी एक बार actually it would be so cool if all of us in the same place.
Actually, we can do it because you are going to come here for Simul on 18th. So we can plan
Yes.
something before that.
मजा आएगा.
मजा तो आने वाला है दोस्तों. हर्षित भाई, how is life and how is this position, by the way? Before we go into your life analysis, what do you think? Because we are feeling, Amruta was saying suddenly it looked good for black. Suddenly Gukesh's last move, it's looking now good for white.
Yeah, I think that this pawn on d5 is something that black really needs to make sure doesn't advance. And knight g5, knight e4 idea is going to be what white wants to do. And I feel bishop g4, that's why it's very important because we stopped the idea of knight g5, knight e4. However, for example, if black goes h6 instead to do the same, I feel knight e4 could be a powerful move.
Because
And
now you can't, if you take here, then there is some big problem.
big problems, queen h7, queen h8, you have to play f5, but already then you commit so many mistakes, like weaknesses.
Correct. And commitment is always very difficult these days. Harshit,
Depends on when
वो
you're...
हंसा क्यों?
I have no clue.
आप क्यों हंसे वहाँ? So queen e4, f5, and that looks quite...
Yeah,
So I
this
think
looks
that...
pretty bad because after queen e5, white is better.
Yeah. So Praggnanandhaa actually, although he prepared quite well from the opening, he still needs to be quite accurate. Otherwise, knight e4 and white is going to take over the initiative. And it's so nice to see that even in classical, these players are fighting, we are getting a very exciting position, and it's not a very common position, right? Because the characteristics are quite unique in the sense that, of course, they've castled on opposite sides, but with this pawn on d5, uh, it creates a very interesting imbalance.
I'm actually very amazed with Gukesh's decision, because many times when your opponent is well prepared, you don't want to go for the sharpest lines, right? Like, for example, when Pragg pushed his pawn to c5, we could already sense that Gukesh was taking his time. But if you see the way the game proceeded, he took all the tough calls and he actually long castled and went into this line, which is quite admirable, actually.
Yeah, and do you think Pragg will go bishop g4? Because I'm quite curious if Praggnanandhaa will be ambitious and try to go for b5 right now.
But by b5, queen h4, already white's queen is in the zone.
Yeah.
But once again,
rocket is-
practically that c4, bishop c2, this is what we were looking at, and computer says white is better, okay? But these guys do not know the assessment exactly. And Harshit, would you get tempted from such a position where knight d7, knight c5 for black? I mean, when the pawns are rolling, b4 could be in the air. So from black, is it tempting to think about this?
It is tempting, but if you think about it, white has developed his pieces, whereas black has developed his pawns. And in this position, I think that piece activity is of more importance, because white is going to go knight g5, knight e4 very quickly, and although it looks like your pawns on b5 and c4 are doing something, my king feels quite safe on c1.
Oh, yeah. So you will look at it and then I think you will discard it, like if this was a game.
Yes. So I think b5, queen h4, c4, and then exactly like you asked me, like I would try to assess this position, and then once I understand that yes, this my king on g8 is very weak, I think I would be like, okay, I need to do something else, and that something else seems to be bishop g4.
So with the method of elimination, I do think that Pragg will find a move bishop g4.
Yeah, he will, Amruta. This is the live board position. I think he might be able to do that. But at the same time, it doesn't end the questions here that Gukesh will keep posing. He will have many more questions after bishop g4 as well. Meanwhile, Harshit Bhai, we have just pinned a message in the chat for our viewers that this is their chance to play against Harshit Bhai. But the only catch is they have to be below 13 years. No, sorry, they have to be going to school.
1300.
Not below 30. They have to go to school.
No, but even if they are below 13 years and not going to school, they should be able to play.
No, it's inter-school tournament.
Yes, but homeschooling is not allowed.
Actually, we have to think about it now, that because many kids are...
Because homeschooling should be allowed.
Yeah, many, but right now we have done inter-school only, because still majority kids are going to school.
But it's fine. Homeschooling is like the parents are like the principal kind of a situation. So we should allow. If at all we get such an entry, we will consider as an exception.
Right.
By the way, the rivalry that has been building up between these two players has been very interesting to follow. Right from the candidates, and even before that when they played, or after that when they played in Vaikanze, they also played the tie breaks. Then they played each other in the freestyle segment. Now they're back to the classical. So I feel like, yes, they're very good friends off the board, but on the board, I think that they are playing a lot more tournaments with each other, and it will be very interesting to see who keeps the lead between each other.
True. I have a feeling somehow that there is a small edge here in Gukesh's favor that he has when they are playing each other. Although Pragg did win the Tata Steel ahead of Gukesh by beating him in the tie breaks. But even if you see, Gukesh's performance was quite lackluster in freestyle chess. But he beat Praggnanandhaa there with that in that rapid qualifier.
And I think in candidates which was the most important tournament. There also I think he had 1.5 out of 2 against Pragg. So Pragg would be right now really wanting to beat Gukesh here with the black pieces.
I completely feel that Pragg wants to beat Gukesh. There's no friendship or anything that is coming to his mind right now. He's like, I need to score wins against Gukesh here.
And Gukesh took a small break after freestyle. For everyone who's just like, who's not aware, after freestyle, he took a few weeks off. He said that he really wants to be in good shape for this classical tournament. Pragna, on the other hand, just came from the GCT in Bucharest. And he has some of the momentum going on from that event. But I think Gukesh is going to be very, very focused
He's
right now. He wants
inspired.
to
He's
make sure,
inspired.
yeah,
I
he
think,
feels that.
Harshit bhai, imagine that you are the classical world champion and then you play two freestyle tournaments where you didn't perform well and you are like, okay, I just need to go back to the thing that I do the best, that is
Winning ways.
classical chess. And this is your chance now.
No, absolutely. Okay, what is your prediction, Harshit? क्या होएगा game का?
Game mein, हाँ, what will
Game
happen
के.
in the game?
Oof, that's actually such a tough one for this game. Like, for
Not,
the
It
first
is.
time,
not that what you want,
Huh.
Harshit bhai, but what do you think will happen?
Based on the
I-
position, like you don't forget about the players. Okay, you don't know white is Prague, white black is Gukesh, ulta hai, but you don't know that.
I think, I think white will be the one pressing. So I feel like okay, I'll go with a bold prediction that white will win.
Whoa. Wow,
Ooh.
that's a bold one there. Very interesting. Harshit bhai never shying away from tough calls there. Harshit bhai, how was? Oh!
What?
Oh wow.
B5! Oh
Wow.
my god. Gukesh is like, Bhago Queen H4, 8 second.
Why I'm so happy with my prediction by Queen H4 played.
Immediately on the board,
No,
and
but-
look at Gukesh's face, also looking quite. He's feeling good.
Yeah, now he's the one who's looking confident. But guys, we were talking about this, and it was very tempting for black to go for this with c4 and all of that. So
Yeah,
Prague has thought in depth. Firstly,
Yes, he thought, I think before this move, Prague had 1 hour 22 minutes. He took
Oh my God.
25 minutes to play this move and actually came up with an error according to the engines. But now goes knight d7. This is actually a position that Gukesh excels in, guys. I have no doubt about this, that Gukesh is quite happy with what he
okay,
has.
but so what is the next move? Look, without engine, what do you think? क्या खेलोगे?
I mean, I really
Knight
want
G5.
to. हाँ, Harshit bhai is like, भाई mate करेंगे, but h6, Harshit bhai, I'm going to kick your knight
And then
now.
knight e4 maybe.
Yeah,
Just-
knight e4 attacking the queen. What if I take?
I think that I'll take back with the knight.
Oh,
And the
giving up
reason
the
is-
pawn.
If you take on d5, I have some beautiful tactic prepared.
Oh, wow.
Let's ask our chat, guys.
Beautiful.
Harshit bhai with the fireworks here.
Harshit bhai always comes with some beauties. Yeah, it's amazing.
Amruta with very bold statements there. But actually, the variation is really nice because it goes on for quite some moves, yeah?
Yep. And the last move is a check.
Or taking the piece on in the center, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Harshit bhai, I also have to practice now and get better at chess.
Yes.
Yeah, you should practice with him, Sagar.
Harshit bhai,
actually.
too strong, Amruta.
Harshit
I
bhai,
need-
but that
Sagar
is
bhai.
what should happen. Then suppose you keep like you have to play some practice games, and let's say he beats you in minute, then वो जाग जाता है फिर
Correct,
ऐसे,
correct.
you
I
know.
need to
Sagar
lose
bhai,
a-
you have to beat Gotham chess, Sagar bhai.
Bhai, I need to lose a few games first to
बे-
feel
मेरे
like
साथ
a chess
मेरे
player.
साथ हारो सागर
हाँ.
पहला फिर तो ऐसे जाग जाओगे कोई किसी को भी हरा दोगे. Okay, Anvay Adhikari, thank you for your contribution, man.
By the way, beautiful answers here by our chat. A lot of them saying this move, knight f6, that is trigonometry, Janu, Sudarshan, Adarsh, Jojo. But guys, all of you are wrong. Harshit
अरे
bhai,
पर राइट कौन है?
Harshit bhai, this is wrong
Oh
answer.
my
मेरा
God.
भी wrong हो
Really? मैंने भी वही सोचा. Wait. I want to
अरे,
know.
अरे, अरे.
अरे तब तक दिखाओ ना जिन्होंने अभी तक बताया नहीं है. तो
अरे,
फिर
अभी
they
वो-
don't have time to look
नहीं
at
अमृता
engines.
इधर take हर्षित भाई I was like check आ रहा है यहाँ पे, but हर्षित भाई the assessment of this position is black is better.
That's insane.
Insane.
Cannot believe it.
Wow. And Prag might have seen this.
This is like a
Wow.
classic उल्लू बनाया type of position. यार.
Actually, I actually thought that I'm winning a queen, but if Praggnanandhaa assessed this position accurately, that
Yeah.
is very
We
admirable.
have to tip our hat to Prag actually here.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah, sometimes beauties can be a little bit
No, but take. There is another move which is better in this position. Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
wow.
no, that's
Wait,
crazy.
I
That's
haven't
really,
found yet.
really nice.
Really? Did you find it, Harshit bhai?
Yeah, it's knight move
Yeah.
Ooh.
to d6.
Oh my god, what a move.
Wait, but there is no threat. So if
Because
you
if
don't
you
take queen
take,
takes
there is check.
a2, yes. But
And
what
you
if
lose the
queen takes
queen.
a2?
Queen e4 maybe.
Oh, what a double attack! LPD. Oh, queen a1 check, king c2.
Yeah, you can
Wait,
even
queen
go
a
back,
no.
Amruta.
Because you can't go king c2. That's a mistake.
Yes, because of check and queen trade.
Yeah.
That's still fine.
Which is also better for white.
Because of
somehow.
bishop e4 and
Or take.
takes bishop f5, yeah.
Yes.
You win a piece.
Nice. Wow, such exciting
Beautiful.
variations.
Oh
Beautiful.
my.
Sagar, ये तो chess रंगा में डाल ही दो.
हाँ, मैं डाल
This is
दूंगा ये.
beautiful.
But knight d6 is the move here. But actually that means that Gukesh has to analyze knight jump here, calculate that here, come here, and then figure out what to do to queen takes pawn.
Sagar bhai, I think the only move that Prag has missed is knight d6. Because that's the only move, in my opinion, that gives white an advantage. And I think that's what Praggnanandhaa has missed. He saw knight f6, but knight d6, this sneaky move.
Oh,
will be-
yeah. Actually, very right. Yeah, Harshit, this is possible that knight f6, he's provoking Gukesh for something and then he has assist beautifully, which means that Prag is very tricky.
Prag is tricky, that we know, but Gukesh now has to rise up to this occasion and find this maneuver. This is very interesting. ये ढूंढ पाएंगे कि नहीं is the big question.
I have a second question. What if a move like g4? Because which
G4,
looks so tempting.
Amruta, like in general, that is a beautiful concept because you want to go g5 and get rid of that knight on f6. There is a problem with this move.
I like how Harshit bhai is so careful because he could have just said there is a big
Kharab.
problem with this move check. But he's like, this is an amazing
His
move.
communication skills are just too OP. I mean, like, क्या ही बताएं.
Harshit bhai, you will do really well
Yeah.
with human resources
Exactly.
department.
No,
right?
even relationships, यार. Because झगड़ा
or
होएगा ना
becoming
Kotex से.
the leader of a country, like doing all the diplomatic talks.
Country.
हाँ भाई, diplomatic
थोड़ा
talks
ज़्यादा हो
and
गया
all.
भाई.
Like, you know, this is what the world needs right now. More kind people.
Interesting.
So that is how, guys.
Kindness के बाद, but he will say the truth also,
Truth
which is
also,
good,
yes.
which is like, you
But
know,
as
very
you said,
honest.
Amruta, truthfulness is kindness.
That's what. So he has the perfect elements.
Correct. Oh, we have in the chat people saying PM Harshit Raja, not GM. Arey bhai, Harshit bhai. Have you ever had any ambitions to become like prime minister or something? Never.
I have
Politics.
not. I mean, I always wanted to be in the army. Actually, I think I said it once, but I have the highest respect for people who work in the army. When I was young, I once had this like school visit, to one of the defense, I think like facilities in Pune, and the kind of discipline that the young people, like the people who are wanting to be in the army have is insane. 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're still walking like in that perfect manner.
No, it's well
So,
said
yeah.
actually. Very true. Yeah,
Beautiful.
great
Thank you,
respect
Harshit
for the
bhai,
army for
this.
sure.
Yes.
And the discipline.
Hats off to them. And by the way, rook h1 by Guki, not knight g5. What we wanted, all our beautiful lines that we were seeing.
Ooh, and even
After this-
g4, he had asked some move for g4.
Yes, g4 queen f4 वो देखा दिया था.
Acha, okay.
But now Amruta, rook he1, getting the rook into the center, and also Harshit bhai, this is not a bad idea.
Yeah, but knight d6, I think that was the move which was very hard to analyze from a distance. However, the difference between the strength of both these moves was quite stark, right? Because knight g5, knight e4 would have given him almost a huge edge. Rook at g1, and now black is back, kind of.
But that is how it is, right? Like, because Prag otherwise would not have gone for b5. And after 27 minutes, if he misses some idea like knight d6, then I think Guki did not think too much. Yeah, he had 52 minutes, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I doubt it if it was easy to find on the board.
By
Yeah.
the way, if rook d8,
Rook d8.
trying to go knight f8, what could white do in this position? Maybe knight e4, yeah?
Let's ask that chat, guys. What can you do here in this position? It's white to play. Harshit Bhai has just put his rook very
Ooh,
sneakily. As he
nice.
likes to say, sneaky here. There is a move. That
By
you
the
can
way,
find.
there Best of India से सागर भाई को 3 मई को विद्याविहार स्टेशन के पास देखा था. सामने से बाल ज्यादा लगते हैं, वीडियो में कम.
अरे भाई कल हेयर कट किया
3 मई को देखा था. बाप रे, कितना याद है इसको. Yes, he was going, I think, Saturday, where you would be going to children's home, and then Phoenix. Perfect.
Boom, bam, guys.
Boom bam has happened in our chat. People have found the move amazing, guys. That is absolutely correct. Bishop h7 by Adarsh, Shaumik, Trisha, Trigonometry, Ramesh, Ruet, Pramay,
Well done, guys.
Aryaman, Danny and Sohit. क्या बात है?
Bishop takes h7. If the knight takes back on h7, then the rook on d8 is going to be unprotected and it's finito.
Amazing.
Finito.
Amazing.
Lot of tactics, huh? The position is very highly rich with tactics. Like, you can't miss it. It's somewhere some combination can happen. Too many loose pieces. मजा तो आ रहा है.
Guys, I am going to push my pawn to c4 here. Attack
Yes.
your bishop.
Bishop c2.
And then I
course.
want to
Knight
even
c5?
push further. I'm thinking whether I should move my knight to c5. Should I push my pawn even further?
What if b4 first, because it is very forcing and asks
Yeah.
white what to do.
So I think before knight e4 is
And I
quite
take.
logical. You take,
You
and
want
now
to
after
take?
queen
No, why?
takes e4,
There is knight coming here by to attack and
so maybe
defend.
rook e4. Wow. And oh my god.
Arey, Gukesh loves the
Oh
rook
my god.
play.
If you go b3, if you go, oh no, does that work? Maybe it does, yeah?
How? How?
Wait, what's the idea though? Oh my god, that's the idea.
Maybe it's some rook move.
The rook!
The rook!
Yes.
Rook
But,
e6.
I'm just thinking that whether we calculated a wrong compensation like it happened with knight f6.
Yes, but how to finish off the opponent is the big question here.
No, what's the big question?
Yeah,
Knight
just
g5
d6.
check.
And
D6.
The
Attacking
rook
the-
hits the queen on d6. If you take back on
Knight
e6 with
g5.
the queen, say hello to my knight on g5 for king. Both the king and the queen. This is game over.
Too good.
Wow, this can be very exciting.
And both
not-
of them
I
have
mean,
the chances, no?
But I don't think c4, b4. I think we are making it exciting. Both players are like, nahi bhai, ye to allow hi nahi kar sakte. So maybe c4, bishop c2, knight c5, stopping. Knight e4 is going to
very
happen.
likely. Very likely
Yeah.
that this will happen. And then we
Oh.
may have our knight jumping into the center of the board here with knight e5 to c6, which could also be very interesting here.
Yeah, knight e5 also reinforces Amruta's idea of going pawn to g4.
Oh,
The idea of pawn to g4 would be very, very lethal if it can work without any tactical problems. And I think right now after knight e5, g4 is going to come with brute force.
I love
Looks
it.
Very strong.
Love it,
Very
love it.
strong.
Ooh, by
So-
the way, there is a question. Okay, Harshit bhai.
Arre,
So there
wow.
was a guy who started playing, who says he started, Debashi says he started playing chess few months ago, but
Yeah.
but I am playing very well. I want to join coaching, but my parents are not allowing me. Can you give me advice on how should I convince my parents? And because we were talking that Harshit bhai, big expert, communication
Yes,
skills
communication
and all
expert
that.
by.
So
He wants to join,
koi-
matlab he wants to learn coaching.
yeah,
He
but
wants
he
to
has
learn from
to
someone. But
convince
does he
his
have? Acha, he wants to
parents.
convince his parents to pay.
हाँ
that's
नहीं नहीं
the-
पे नहीं मतलब they are not allowing only
तो
paying का
वही तो
नहीं
पैसा
रहेगा
भी
maybe.
रहेगा ना शायद नहीं तो शायद if there were no fees they would have
allowed
allowed him.
oh god
Yeah, I feel like right now there's also so much data, so much information, and so many nice instructive videos that you can find online that I feel that you, if you don't have enough resources, then you can simply follow one of these videos. Sagar Bhai with Dr. Chess made a really nice series. That's just one of them. There are a lot of nice instructional videos available online, and I think that even if you are unable to get a coach, you should still be able
Or
to
Harshit
improve.
bhai, they can come to the big chess
Yes.
camp that is happening, because there it's free completely to learn chess for 5 days, and it's just happening in Mumbai. But guys, we are going to do it all across India at
Wow.
different places very soon. हर्षित भाई, चेस में ऐसे सब लोग को सिखाना है ताकि सब लोग चेस एंजॉय कर सके. Like we have some people in the chat saying we just are here but we don't understand everything, we just enjoy the vibe.
Uh-huh.
तो ऐसे लोगों को चेस आ जाएगा तो क्या ही मजा आ जाएगा.
Yeah.
बढ़िया है गाइस. हर्षित भाई को हराना है तो आ जाओ 18th को Phoenix Mall. Oh, Kimaya says, how are you all doing? She has been member for 43 months, backer of Indian chess.
Thank you Kimaya for all your support. Kimaya hopefully will become a CA very soon, studying there. So Harshit bhai, how was Sardinia bhai?
It was really a really nice place. The tournament, I started really well with 3 out of 3. And then I lost to Christopher Yu, who went
Bhai,
on to
what
win the
was your
tournament.
move rook c1 to a1 bhai? What happened there?
Yeah, the rook c1 was, I think, just the wrong plan because I
Yes.
wanted to push my pawn to c4 and then I realized it's not really
Not
working
happening. Then you have to
tactically.
go back.
So I had to go back, and that was already a bad plan. So overall, the tournament was decent. I mean, I finished with my rating was like equal. I did not gain anything. I did not lose anything. But it was nice. I feel like it was a good start because the last few times I played classical tournaments, I was losing rating. So it was good that I feel like I've now stabilized, and now that I have a few weeks off, I'm very eager to prepare, and the next tournament I play,
Which will be that one bhai?
I've not decided yet actually,
Hmm.
but I'm also wanting to do some meditation course, getting inspired by you, bhai.
Really?
Whoa!
What the
Yeah.
hell, Harshit bhai? Crazy. Are you going to Vipassana?
No, I'm not sure where. Maybe not as serious as Vipassana, but
Bhai, go for it. Bhai, go for it.
go
Oh
by. I
my
don't think I'll
God. I
survive.
can find any way for you to reach there. It is very close. It's in Nashik.
By the way,
only, near
he's
Igatpuri.
already excited, Sagar. So then first steps,
Yes,
like
True. You could also go to like Arjun Erigaisi. It talks a lot about inner engineering. So maybe that is one option to go to.
But guys, like the stream, yaar. This is so exciting. The Grand Chess Tour's classical tournament is happening in Poland. We have about 2,000 people watching. Like कर दो so more people can watch. And first round में हमको यार क्या ही clash हो गया. Gukesh Prag.
Yeah. It's
Too
an
good.
amazing clash here that we have.
Oh, Harshit bhai, you should try Black Lotus. Of course. For meditation with a topi.
भाई विदित भाई ने तो 1500 दिन से कर रहे हो. So
Oh my God.
His consistency is
huge
insane.
consistency there.
Oh, h6 has been played, and in fact, somebody
Played
did ask about this
h6.
move. Why not h6? And the assessment has changed. But guys, tell me, please, is this assessment natural or very difficult something to find for white?
There is an epic move here.
Can we
for
try?
White to play, guys. What do you do? Shivaram, thank you for your contribution to helpchess.org.
Oh, we had one more.
2, 2, 3, 4 believer. नहीं.
Kudri.
हाँ, पढ़ते.
Oh,
Shivaram, thank
wow.
you. Yes, bhai. I don't know, Harshit bhai, if you have found it, but.
Knight D2, I thought. But
Whoa!
Really?
Trigonometry calculus, Adarsh Saraswat. Well done, guys. Amazing.
Man.
Knight जा रहा है
Tough
center
move, yaar, because it's
में.
backward. White wants to attack, and this looks so passive for a moment. So kind of tough. Do you think
You
Prag
can't
has
take here,
seen
by
it?
the way. Take.
take, yeah, now
Bishop
just
e4.
Bishop E4, right?
Skewer.
And then Queen D4 pinning here.
Ah. Oh.
Not so simple, guys, because knight.
Yeah,
moves,
maybe just
check.
Knight
check.
B3, Queen C4, King B1 is good enough.
Oh, we're
But no,
losing the
yeah,
advantage.
not really.
Crazy.
In fact, you have to move the knight, but on the other side,
How?
because now check. Now you go King B1.
Ah, the Queen on H4 is protected. Oh,
This is hanging. So if you go
oh.
rook B8 now,
Knight g5 now.
it's
No,
a
but
tough
what is
line
it?
to calculate actually.
Queen E7, yeah.
Yes.
That's very difficult actually.
Difficult, no?
But but it feels, I mean, honestly, even if not for Queen E7, it just feels like there is something wrong with Black's position.
Yeah,
Hmm.
this feeling is there, I think, with you, with other GMs. It's about making that move on the board, right? Like, it's like you can see it Queen E7 in that position, but it's like you have to play knight D2 now, assessing that, which is tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is what makes chess very tough at that level, where knight D2 and stuff coming into the center.
But if you don't go knight d2, guys, Black is going to go c4, knight c5, and then his attack with b4, b3 is going to come very, very quickly. And that's why before Praggnanandhaa manages to stabilize the center by going c4, knight c5, Gukesh has to go knight d2 to try and establish control of the center with knight e4.
Yeah, yeah. So knight d2, c4, knight e4, takes. I'm already attacking your queen, and this looks great for.
And if queen d5, wait a second, what if we go in the same line? Maybe the rook is on e1 now, and that makes complete difference.
Like, just drop the bishop back, attack your queen. Where do you go?
Oh, my queen has no square.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Queen e5 only, like if I go to e5, then knight d6 is.
Yeah, maybe queen c6.
Queen c6, rook d6.
Feels wrong. Yeah, rook d6.
Rook d6, queen c7, rook takes h6.
Boom.
G takes, queen takes. This is incredible. And then थोड़ी सी तो lift करा दे.
Man, so many attacking possibilities which are like perfect for Gukesh. Like, it's his type of position. As we know, like, he's also spoken about it in attacking. What's the name? How did I forget?
Which one?
सुना नहीं ना तुमने? कुछ भी नहीं सुना ना तुमने?
No, you said I forgot his name. Some
सागर भाई फंस गए.
देखा कुछ भी नहीं
सुना. कोई बुक पूछ रहे थे.
नहीं. अरे गुकेश ने अटैक का वो कोर्स बनाया ना, उसका नाम पूछ रही थी मैं.
Attack like a super GM.
Attack like a super GM. Sagar bhai, you have to be very careful.
Why I am all the time, Amruta is talking and I cannot. I have to be alert for many hours. It's not just during these streams, guys. It's also off the stream that I have to be careful.
There's so many things happening. I have to talk, because but like 10 months out of 12 we were not over here and I was not talking.
And
right?
Amruta, I was actually spending a lot of time with Harshit bhai in general during tournament.
And I think you were the one talking, right?
So I really like this frame here.
Look at him. Oh God. Nice. Fever Gamer says, Sagar bhai, I have a chess trial day after tomorrow for CBSE tournament. Please give me some tips and what can you do? Right now my rating is 1200.
Bhai, just go there with all your excitement and just try to give your best. That's the biggest thing that I can tell you without worrying about whether you will get selected or not. Just go for it.
But बहुत excitement से गया तो blunder करेगा ना?
नहीं, try. Yes.
By the way, can we also quickly go to Firouzja's game? It was a very interesting opening.
We have other games also, guys. Here there are 5 boards, as you can see from the bars below. There are 5 different boards, and right now it's France versus France on this board.
Exactly, and it's like French number 1 versus French number 2 because Firouzja has gone up in the rating. I think MVL used to be French number 1, but after Firouzja joined, he took that spot from him. And in this position, I think Firouzja is putting some pressure on Vachier because of his bishop on e5.
But it's been attacked here, yeah? Or he's just okay to get
Yeah, maybe he will just go something like, what can White do in this position?
By the way, the threat is pawn push, right? This is a big threat now.
So bishop g4? Is that what you were hinting towards?
Guys, look who's in the chat.
Oh, we have the one and only Divya Deshmukh. Kya baat hai? Hello, Divya.
Really?
Yes.
She's asking what's up, guys.
Divya, we are very, very good. How are you doing? Good to see you. And also, congratulations for your 3rd place at the FIDE Women's Grand Prix, showing great chess at home soil, in Pune. Harshit bhai, I
Yes.
remember your dad actually making one of the opening moves in the most critical game of the entire tournament between Humpy and Zhu Jiner.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that, but it turned out to be quite good for Humpy.
Yeah, she won it, and I think that's why maybe there is one new role that could develop in chess where you have professional inauguration move, because then
Bye bye. किसी को तो छोड़ दो.
no, but that was a great thing. I also really enjoyed seeing Harnish ji, is his name, over there in making the first move, and also Divya saying, haha, thank you, I'm doing good. That's great to know, Divya.
Divya, do you want to join for some time?
For I think Divya, it's very difficult, Amruta, to
Why?
join. She must be busy preparing and all. So
But right now she's in the chat, so I'll ask her, and if she's busy, then she'll say ki I won't be able to join. Simple hai na?
guys, these chess players, after intense events, they really need to take some rest in general, because it's so tough. Yeah, Harshit bhai, it's like people think, oh, they play and then they have some time off, but during that time you have to prepare, you have to get over the fatigue of your past tournament.
And also, I think Divya is playing a lot of events. I mean, she's also playing in Sharjah, I think, quite soon. So it will be very interesting to see, because Sharjah is so strong.
Sharjah is
It's
crazy.
CEO
I
is
think-
busy. People are saying CEO is busy.
CEO ऐसे नहीं आते भाई.
Arey Divya, show
पहले-
Sagar ki even if you come for 2 minutes, it's like, look, I'm a CEO, I can do this, I can do that, sab kuch. Not like Sagar, yeah?
अरे
चीजें-
shots fired.
Ding.
Shots fired here, unfortunately, on me.
अच्छा तो लिंक तो भेज, फिर देखेंगे. चल वो
ठीक है,
आते
तेरे
हैं.
लिए मैं भेज के रखता हूँ.
हाँ
दिव्या.
ठीक है, चल भेज के रख.
ठीक है. By the way, Amruta, Wesley So and Deac Bogdan are playing, and it's actually an equal position there. Meanwhile, we have Abdusattorov versus Levon
this
Aronian.
game is going to end in a draw for sure.
Yes, such games are generally where preparation has come on the board perfectly for black and white gets nothing. And Caruana versus Duda. Ooh.
Yeah, Caruana I thought was slightly better from the opening, because did you show that moment when he took knight takes e4? That was quite nice.
Oh, nice. Is this
Wait, what
This
happened?
is prep
94?
by
Oh,
Papi.
F54 आ रहा है क्या?
by the way. Oh my
Knight D2
god! Knight D2 by Gukesh on the board,
Wow.
guys.
That's
Wow.
something.
Too good, man. This is epic. You are attacking, but you have to go passive before that.
No,
Yeah, it's
Amruta,
like a boomerang
It's
effect.
Yeah,
not
it's like a
really
spring.
active, but it's it's spring.
Just it coils and then uncoils.
Wow, the spring in summer, so cool.
Spring in summer.
Wow, nice, Amruta. That's amazing point there. But now with Knight D2, Gukesh is asking big questions to Prag.
Yeah, I mean, this is getting. I think we're approaching the most critical point of the game right now.
Yeah, but
And-
Harshit, one question to you over here. Actually, okay, just think, black to play.
Mhm.
What would be still the? Oh my God! Look who's here, and maybe
Oh my
the question will
God,
ask
this is
once.
very
See,
I-
you assume a lot. और जिंदगी assumptions पे नहीं चलती है सागर.
Arey, Amruta. While we have Harshit bhai with his smiling face, guys, we have another person joining in with the words believe.
Cannot
Oh, she
believe.
said I'm not joining, but she has joined.
Hi.
Hello, Divya, how are you?
Hello.
Oh,
I'm
Divya,
good.
thank
How are
you so much for joining. आज like this is great, amazing to have you here. अभी सागर को मैं बहुत ज़्यादा ये बोलने वाली हूँ, roast
We
करने वाली हूँ.
can't believe, Divya, that you came, because I was.
I came early for you, Sagar bhaiya.
Arey,
Arey,
thank you. That's so kind of you, Divya. Because I was thinking that you have had such a tough time in these last few days. You've been preparing, working. So thank you for joining us.
No worries. My pleasure.
And also Divya is only in audio, Amruta. You can see she's working on other things.
Yes,
And-
I'm a CEO, like a perfect CEO. Hmm.
But Divya, how are you doing and how is everything going? How is life and what are the updates?
Okay, updates. Life is going good. Just trying to get some sleep in. That's basically the motto of my life. Sleep,
You're
eat,
home now?
repeat. Yeah, I'm finally home.
Oh, nice.
In Nagpur.
Yes.
I thought Pani Puri is important, Divya, when you reach
Arey,
Nagpur.
every day. Every day.
What? Every day
Yeah,
Pani
yeah.
Puri?
Okay.
Yeah,
Abhi
it's
Sagar is
routine
like,
now.
यार, I love pani puri, पर मैंने कब खाया है
You
last
know,
time?
sometimes I feel like I'm not enjoying life to the fullest. Like,
You're not.
Yeah, because of me, he has to eat only chapati, sabji, dal, rice.
yeah, now I will eat bhakri or something.
But 10
Arey,
months you were
Sagar
outside eating burgers and pizzas and all, but not pani puri for sure.
Wow.
But
अरे
Okay.
खा लो ना, problem क्या है?
हाँ, problem. वही समझ में नहीं आता. Pani Puri is really very interesting. And you know when FIDE released that video, Harshit bhai, have you checked
FIDE?
it?
pani puri?
Yes.
What video?
Of a reel where they ask all the Indian top players, women players,
Mhm.
like, what is your playing style represented by an Indian snack? And Divya was like thinking, and I was like, okay, you have to say Pani Puri because it's her favorite, and she said it. So,
Hey,
Oh.
Pani-
Yes, I have to say it. Now it's a part of my brand.
oh,
So, Divya's playing style is crunchy, I guess.
yeah, crunchy sacrifices on the board. But Divya, congrats for Women's Grand Prix. I think you played really well there. You scored some great wins.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you were you happy with your performance?
Of course, when you look back at a tournament, there are some games where you could have done better, some where you could have done worse. I think overall it's okay. I gave my best.
Yeah. Also, playing in India must have been special, no? Like,
That was very special, actually. I played after like 2 years, I think.
wow.
After the Olympiad, yeah?
Yes.
Oh,
After that, I didn't play. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll just be back.
sure,
Mhm.
Divya. That's completely fine.
Ooh. Yeah, and the question Harshit I was asking is black to play, like what would you think over here? Your
I would
candidate
say ये
moves.
क्या
queens निकाल दो
महफिल
यार
बन
board
गए
पे से.
यार अमृता
हाँ.
इधर मैं तुम हर्षित भाई दिव्या गुकेश प्रग मतलब what a nice gathering of people. हाँ, so Harshit bhai, what are your feelings?
My feelings is that we need to take that white queen off the board. I'm very scared that white's going to launch a big attack, starting with 94. So I don't know if I can trade the queens. I don't think it's feasible. So Amruta, it's such a tough question. You asked it in a very simple way, but it's actually very tough to answer.
It's
मैंने
like
तो
asking
engine
Harshit
देखा है.
bhai, are you right now single or not? And Harshit was like, okay.
अरे,
Very-
Okay, I don't think Harshit can answer that.
अरे.
Okay.
By the way,
Harshit, true or
Titash-
wrong? Answer that.
अरे वो दोनों साइड से फंसेगा, कुछ भी बोला वो फंसेगा.
Ooh, inside info.
I'm here for the chess, guys.
By the way, Divya, our chat was very sharp. They said, Divya, didn't you play at World Juniors in Ahmedabad?
Yeah, I realized. I
Ah,
realized.
so,
Yeah.
just a year ago, you were.
No one
playing.
said it in the chat, only you remembered it, Sagar.
No. Titash Banerjee said it.
Crazy.
कुछ भी हुआ तो चैट को ब्लेम कर दो.
हाँ ना, I know.
Okay. अरे हिंदी चेसबेस इंडिया जी भी इधर है. राजा
Wow.
भाई पर सबका हमला.
अरे हाँ, he met Nikhilesh, no, in
Oh,
Sardinia.
yes.
Right.
Harshit bhai, how was it spending time with Nikhilesh and Himang?
Yeah, it was very nice. I met Himang for the first time. He seems like a very nice guy. So we had a good time there.
Very good, very good. And Divya, what are your thoughts about this position? Because it feels like something you would like playing with white pieces, no? Such a position.
Yeah, I would actually love to play this. It was so random. I was working on something and then I randomly opened YouTube and then I see, oh, your life. Okay, I remember that कभी तो भी थोड़े महीने पहले के साल पहले आपने मुझे टॉन्ट मारा था कि तू चैट्स में नहीं आती. So then I decided to pop it.
So sweet.
अरे मुझे एक्चुअली शायद मैंने जब टॉन्ट मारा था तब बुरा लगा था मुझे तो टुडे आई वाज लाइक आई डिडंट रिमेंबर दैट डे बट आई वाज लाइक whenever Divya comes in chat I shouldn't be like saying anything. I'm like she's so then but you came today, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
nice.
So cool.
But
And
you
yeah,
you started working, Divya, so we actually broke your flow of work, yeah.
नहीं चेस ही है ना,
नहीं, I
that's
just
why I
took a
asked her a
break.
chess question. Divya, black to play है यहाँ पे, and the tough question is that what are the candidate moves?
कहाँ चेस से
for
ब्रेक
black?
लेके आ रही हूँ और मेरे को चेस में डाल रहे हो वापस.
We will make Divya ask questions. Divya doesn't have to think that way.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'll think. So, black to play? I don't even know anything about the tournament. I'm not following anything.
Oh, by
This is
the
the
way,
first round,
I'll
actually.
tell you about this entire thing. It's actually Grand Chess Tour, which started. The first event was in Warsaw just a week ago,
Uh-huh.
where it was won by Fedosiev, who played amazing.
Yeah, that one I followed.
Yes.
I didn't check all the games, but I know he played really well.
He was 5 points ahead of the field, and third place went to Prague, who did very well on the last day.
Mhm.
And so he got points for the FIDE circuit, which is why he's leading the FIDE circuit. And in the Grand Chess Tour now, the second tournament is this one, which is the Superbet Classic,
Uh-huh.
where we have to. By the way, Prague is joined by Gukesh also here.
Mhm.
So that's
So
the
it's all
tournament.
classical, yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
this is-
classical.
But then why do you have rapid blitz written here?
Exactly. I was like, क्या चल रहा है? Because you know, one scene we had.
CEO finds a
पकड़ लिया.
भाई हर्षित भाई आप इतनी देर
हाँ
से
ना,
आपने
क्या
देखा
कर रहा
नहीं?
था तू?
नहीं, मेरा राइट पे ध्यान ही नहीं था.
अभी चेंज किया,
और
सॉरी.
अपन तो पूरा टाइम में थे फिर भी नहीं देखा.
Yeah, very sharp.
Oh God.
I think Divya, this is why they call you the CEO. Yes, you are very sharp in general.
In general,
I don't know how to respond to that.
But like for example, a chess player, of course, they have to be sharp on the board. Is there anything else they have to be sharp on with related to other things? Or I have seen generally chess players are not sharp on other things. Yeah, they want to like relax apart from their chess game. Or do you have any other such things that you try to be sharp at?
Divya is a very serious girl. No?
Yeah, of course. Don't you know me? I mean, I never laugh. Never. I don't know actually about the question. What would I even try to be sharp at?
Playing guitar maybe? No?
Why would I want to be sharp at playing guitar?
Like
Oh.
Vidit Bhai, maybe, he learned guitar. We
Yeah,
are
Vidit
still,
is sharp
we are
at
still
playing
trying to
guitar.
understand why is he learning guitar.
I think you know even actually I want to learn guitar.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It feels really nice, but when you start, it's so tough that you give up on the idea generally.
My guitar would probably sound very good, but the voice along with it, that singing, that would not sound complimentary to the guitar.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
maybe it's easier to do something else like learn AI, because once you learn AI, you can play any instrument.
ChatGPT, I've learned all of it.
Really? Do you
I
give
can
good
talk to him
prompts?
all day long.
But do you give good prompts, Divya?
I give prompts that solve my life. I would say they are good prompts.
Oh, wow.
All we are like.
Wow. Harshit bhai, are you into AI? Like, do you use AI a lot?
Yeah, recently I've been using Perplexity, but I love exploring AI a lot actually.
Acha.
Yeah, I like listening to people. I mean, the thing is that it's so fascinating how you can just ask them one question and before you had to spend 20 minutes looking for the answer. So basically college के exams में बहुत help हुआ था.
Plagiarism नहीं हुआ?
During the exam नहीं ना भाई?
नहीं, वो अभी क्या ही बोलूं.
Harshit bhai.
Okay, so Divya, what would you do with black in this position?
Okay, let me think.
Because the threat
Very
here
tough
is
position,
94,
actually.
yeah? This is a big threat.
No, like honestly,
Yeah.
besides c4, bishop b7, I don't even see any move for black.
You know, the
But does
best
bishop
move.
b7 work?
Probably
I
not.
think impossible to find a best move for Prag or anybody, no, here. You think?
It's just a tough situation. I think best bet for black is to just launch some counterplay.
But
Hmm.
how? How? C4.
That is the tough question.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
C4, knight e4.
Okay, but guys, what do you think of the engine's best move suggestion? Okay, this move. Queen b8. Like, do you think black will even consider such a move?
No. Don't
I
even
think he will
understand.
consider moving the queen like c7, b6, but b8 is a bit abnormal.
Also, after knight e4, like, what did you solve by going to b8 is a question. Because I still have attacking chances here.
Maybe c4, b4. I don't know.
Okay, probably if the queen was on c7, there are some d6 things that you avoid.
Hmm.
And if queen is on b6, I guess some knight a4. Not sure.
Mm.
It does look very good for white, though. Somehow it
Yeah.
feels like black is too
Seems
slow
like
with
a
his
very
counter.
free-flowing position.
Yeah, somehow the
Hmm.
move here to find is b4. And maybe, as you rightly pointed out, there are no attacks to the queen on b6 and c7. So queen b8 is a safe square.
And if knight f6,
Take,
knight e4,
take.
queen takes, and just g6 or what?
Oh, queen takes. And this is better for white, actually.
Yeah, it looks really good for white, I was going to say.
So actually taking is bad, and then you have to chop this.
Oh, that's so risky.
Yeah,
But I guess it's
Hmm.
okay.
Anything with knight g5?
but by
Nothing
now the
happening,
threat
yeah?
is finally what you wanted, yeah, to
Yeah.
get the queens off the board.
That's why knight g5 is a blunder. Queen f4 check aa raha hai.
Knight g5.
Mhm.
It's an interesting move.
अच्छा बहुत कुछ है वैसे.
Divya, do you usually follow these like Grand Chess Tour tournaments closely, or you don't?
I do, but ever since GP ended, I have not been in so much touch with chess.
Hmm.
I've just been getting some rest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, can you explain a little bit to our viewers that, like, what is it that chess players feel after an event? Because you know, many people think, oh, they just played 9 rounds of chess and it's fine, you know, they can play again. What is the rest needed for? So if you can, as a professional player, throw some light on that.
I don't know about others. I can speak for myself. I would say that mainly when you're playing a chess tournament, you don't realize how much mental exhaustion you go through on a daily basis because you're just trying to, you know, hold it together till the end of the tournament, perform your best every game. So you over exceed your potential to a certain extent. And then when the tournament finally ends, you just, at least I do, I collapse from fatigue. I have physical fatigue, emotional fatigue, and I just need some rest. Also, you sacrifice a lot of sleep and eating habits, all that.
Wow. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I have few questions on that. I want to get back, but look at this, guys. Divya, Harshit by Amruta, knight takes pawn, and the bar climbed up massively.
Yeah.
Why is it a blunder?
But
Like,
the
I think
same
we
variation,
saw this,
no?
no?
That bishop
Knight
e4
is-
we saw, no?
Yes, we saw this.
Take.
Takes,
Oh my
bishop
God.
Bishop
e4,
e4, queen
queen
a2.
d4. No,
We
queen
were-
d4, right?
This one, I think.
Ah, queen
No,
d4.
not queen a2, because this just
Yeah. Sorry.
check
Queen
knight
d4.
b1 is also there.
And knight f3 you said.
Yes, very important move.
Oh, he's missed knight f3.
No, not missed. I'm
No?
sure he saw check.
Hmm.
And then king b1, and he assessed this position. Remember, Harshit Bhai had said here that queen e7 is the winning move, but it's very tough to kind of assess.
Yeah.
is it the only move?
It's kind of the only move.
I
B3
think
probably also
don't
wins.
play that move, okay?
Sorry?
What else comes to your mind? I think
B3?
it's still...
b3, yeah?
I mean, I'm just curious if this is also winning. Ah, no, queen c3, queen f6 is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
queen c3.
But then if queen e7 is the winning move, maybe black should go rook a7, no?
That's a very smart
Hmm.
point. Yeah, Divya, very smart.
But-
Amazing point.
I think still queen e7.
Hmm.
Yeah,
and
but
then
then
knight
knight
e5.
f6 somehow, yeah, because you can
What?
sack and exchange.
Oh wow.
Crazy.
Sagar is preparing hard.
No, I'm using the engine, of course. This is
Oh.
I cannot be so good, but yeah. Oh, Divya, you are my team member. High five.
I know.
Oh,
High five, Divya. Please make sure that I am fifth player and you win. Arjun, Gukesh win and Ethan win, so that even if I
Even if
lose,
नहीं भाई तुम्हें भी जीतना है भाई. Even if क्या है भाई?
oh my God.
by the way, for all
Insane.
those who are unaware, Divya is playing in the India versus USA match against Carissa Yip, and she will be facing her on the women's board. But I think Divya, you faced her twice with 2 draws. Is that correct? Or once? Only.
I'm only aware about one game.
Oh.
I don't know if I've played her more times.
Oh, only one time, yeah, draw. No, in Olympiad.
Yes.
By the way, Jake Blue has sent a huge super chat of 2,000 rupees. Says, congratulations Divya for your achievements. Keep growing. Namaste to rest of the panel. The little bits of banter between serious games. A trademark of ChessBase streams. Oh, Bhardiya. Live M, Baki, Angry Shah, Future Shah, Naughty Shah, Baby Shah, Supravas. Arey bhai, Jake Blue, thank you for your very kind super
Yeah.
chat.
And he had already also sent another super chat which we missed, which was like ChessBase India ke liye koi maine nindiya. This
Arey.
line is Sagar bhai personified.
Samay bhai ka song hai ye. I think very maybe Jake Blue watching chess from the good old days of pandemic. But Gukesh has taken
Good old
the
days.
night. Prag is
95,
going to
yeah.
take. भाई बहुत एक्साइटिंग हो रहा है यहाँ पे. दिव्या ने जैसे ही एंट्री मारी, नेक्स्ट मूव बूम बम, थिंग्स आर जस्ट गोइंग क्रेजी. Queen d5 and now will Gukesh play bishop e4? He has to, right?
Yeah.
Or
Bishop
I
e-
think he will. Yeah.
there is also this move knight e4, no, that he can consider or not.
He can consider it, but I don't think he will.
Oh.
Does it really have a point?
No, this point is just that these pieces are just so amazing.
Okay, you want to go this knight f6 thing, but
But
apart from
Divya,
that-
this is the most amazing thing we
I got
discovered.
trapped. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was
Sorry?
so crazy. Like imagine you make a random move as black.
B4, let's say.
Say B4 might spoil, no?
C4. C4.
C4, yeah. And then the check, takes, check, king takes, check, king back, and this position is actually fine for black. In fact, better even.
wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were shocked actually at some point when we were analyzing.
Because I think Sagar only one open file and the rook also cannot reach d7.
Yeah.
But f4, f5 should be some pressure, no?
No, but black is very quick with
Okay.
queenside pawns and also.
So bishop e4, queen d4, and knight f3 is the only sequence of winning moves, right?
Yeah.
What would
Actually,
be like in the game?
maybe king b1 is more natural than knight f3.
Bishop e4, queen d4, and knight. Yeah, and then king b1, threatening knight f3. That also makes sense, actually.
Probably.
Oh, he.
Not sure.
But then rook a7, your move.
Okay, now you can go back queen f6 now.
Ah, yes, exactly. Nice.
When right now?
Like rook a7, and now after knight f3, you can go back queen f6. Whereas in the other line, if you started with knight f3, you couldn't go queen f6 because the rook on a8 was hanging.
Beautiful.
What would be the assessment? Like, let's say you guys are playing this game. So what? How would you assess here? In general, like +2 or +3?
I don't think I would be
the-
thinking. I don't know. Maybe Divya, you can answer it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
how would we?
Divya,
she's not obliged to. You're right, Sagar. अभी उसका तो वो multitasking नहीं कर रही है
मेरे
ना,
को चल
CEO
जाता
भी
है
है ना। हाँ, चल जाता
inside
है।
joke, Divya.
आपसे नहीं चलेगा।
हाँ,
उसको पता है।
देख exactly obvious है ना
I would like कि
सागर।
अगर दिव्या भी नहीं सुन रही है तो
तो मुझे भी चलता है।
Oh God. No, my question was like after you find knight f3, like would you be assessing it as winning for you? Like in the game you don't know the engine evaluations? Yeah, or not really?
No, not winning.
Mhm.
Unless like I find Queen E7, I wouldn't say winning, but definitely a lot of initiative, and I would say advantage. I'm not sure if it's a little or a lot,
Hmm.
but yeah.
Got it. Ooh. Man.
But Divya, actually, I remember there's this one very amazing picture. I'll show it to our viewers in a bit. But you were actually born in the same year as Praggnanandhaa, is that right?
Yeah.
So you and also Gukesh similar age. So you actually played national championships and all together.
Oh, that picture. Yeah. Yeah.
It is I think
Oh.
under 10 you had won, right?
Very cute picture that is.
Yes.
While
No,
you
I think it's
find-
under 7. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's trying to find. While he finds, IND says, I went to Women's FIDE Grand Prix Pune and it was such a great experience. Met Divya, Zujiner, Hampi, Harika, Vaishali. Really cool experience at Amenora. That's yeah, Divya. So many people were coming, right? Like I think in
Yeah,
Pune
so
they were
nice.
happy to meet all of you.
I think first time I dealt with such a huge Indian chess crowd.
Wow.
It was so nice.
Yeah, I saw that one picture where you were kind of um, talking to someone and asking questions, inspiring. It was, I think, very nice. Like you were dedicating your time and so on to talk with the fans.
Actually, one of the
I
most
mean, yeah, sorry, go on.
one of the most like incredible thing like stories that I remember of you, Divya, is that I think it was Vike when you were playing Bok or something like, and
Ouch.
no, like after the
Ouch.
game, no, like, but after the game, there was someone like I just like read somewhere on Twitter or something like that. After the game, you still signed some signatures or some photographs, which was insane. I think like very few people in the chess world would be doing that. So I was super surprised in a good way for you to see that you were doing that.
Oh, thank you. Actually, I was checking some chess today and I came across the same endgame that I had in Bok today. So I'm getting two reminders today of that game.
No, I mean, I obviously just wanted to say it in a good way.
Array, don't worry. Just
E4 on the board, guys. Gukesh is going for it. Wow.
Yeah, and the way he looked at Pragg after making that move kind of tells me that he sees this knight f3 queen e7 business.
And look at Pragg. He's like, why did I miss something in my calculation? Because Gukesh is going directly into the line which I thought was fine for me.
Yeah. Wow.
Huge moment there. And now let's see what Pragg, whether he makes his move quickly. He has no choice actually. He has to go queen d4. Otherwise, he simply drops the rook. He has to pin this.
No?
I can't go crazy with queen a2 knight f6, right? I don't think I have nearly enough.
no, but worst case, white just has maybe like knight b1.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, check and knight b1, correct.
Yeah.
It's a full rook. I mean, no chance
Full
also
rook,
for
true.
compensation.
No,
So either it's like knight f3 is a move you see and you're losing. Oh my god, crazy.
Okay, so knight, can we just see what happens after queen e7? Like what?
Yeah, that's the line I think we will reach. Here, check. King here, and now Divya's very nice resource rook.
Yeah, and how does
A7.
white win now? Yeah.
Actually, this is what we haven't checked yet, because now queen e7 we saw knight comes out, and that's a very good move for black. So
Wait.
white has a brilliant move, guys. Very tough to spot, I guess.
Then
I mean-
we have all these.
But I think
strong
Harshit
players.
Bhai will find it. It's Harshit Bhai kind
Divya
of
is
a move.
also there.
I mean, Divya will also find it. But
I mean, Divya will also
Divya,
find
go
it.
on, Divya.
Offense ले रही हूँ मैं अब.
no, because Harshit Bhai के साथ
Multitasking.
commentary करते I have realized that such moves he
Style
finds.
क्या है?
But
अच्छा.
actually, it's also your style to find this move. So I
ठीक है यार, तू भी ढूंढ ही लेगी.
You cannot come out of this one by.
Hmm.
I see it actually. So it's rook d6, and if
See?
rook e8, I have bishop
See?
h7, king h7, knight g5 check.
Rook
d6
d6.
is the right move.
फिर क्या? What was the calculation,
I mean,
Harsha?
for some reason, I thought rook e8 could be a move, but then I saw bishop h7, king h7, knight g5 check is quite nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
because
that's
ulta
cute.
pen hai.
Hi,
Hmm.
that might just lose the game, yeah?
What?
Eh,
Wha-
because
King
not lose
F8.
actually.
Ah,
But
king
Yeah.
f8. What?
yeah, somehow
Oh.
saves the day for black. Wow.
What a cold shower that would be.
But Harshit Bhai's analysis was to the point for this line, where if you go here, then
I see.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But one second, this
Some
king
knight
f8
d2.
is epic, yeah? You could miss that intermezzo
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
So rook e8, how do I
Okay, come
win?
on. You won't miss it at this level.
That's true.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Knight d2 is the move, yes. That
Nice.
wins somehow.
Somehow क्या है?
नहीं भाई मतलब आपने जो मूव बताया वो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग था but it doesn't work somehow. So
Somehow, no, we exactly know why it doesn't work. What is some? Yeah, we cannot use somehow in maths. Like 2 plus 2 is not 5 somehow,
Somehow
right?
4.
right,
Like-
right.
Somehow.
But Divya, it's so fun to commentate. You see, that's why I'm doing this so more now.
Yeah, I think it's time to change my career now.
Oh,
Oh, career.
Divya, why
Stress ही नहीं चाहिए खेलने का.
you know
we want you.
commentary के बाद Harshit Bhai is also playing. So Harshit Bhai, would you enjoy commentary more or playing more? That because you are the one who did both.
Blending or
Yeah.
blending more.
Yeah,
There's a
I think
third
I would
option.
definitely want both of. I would like to do both. I don't want to choose one.
But you think you can do both? क्या
But-
joke था?
Harshit's life motto.
Yeah, what was the joke?
Harshit's life motto, I don't want to choose one.
Oh god. Oh god.
So Queen d4. Yeah, knight f3 is brilliant.
Sure it is.
Oof.
No, but it also depends on what level you're playing, how serious you are about playing. Oh, laughing.
Sorry. no, it's next. Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah.
But you know how Harshit is able to do both commentary and playing?
Yeah,
because
but
the
for
commentary
Divya,
uses without engine and majorly calculating. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very different because Divya is playing much more professionally than I am. So it's very different. Like she needs to really be on top of the tournaments that she is playing in. Like everyone is unbelievably well prepared, and I feel like of course for her level and like for her achievements, I feel like it just makes sense to just keep playing, yeah, when she's playing so well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, what Divya reached close to world top 10 when she was just 2500 plus few months ago. Now she's in top 20 in the world. So knocking on the doors of playing candidates and all these top events. But
Mhm.
it's of course as you pointed out, Divya, just a few minutes ago, it's also a very stressful life for an athlete. Yes.
Yeah, it comes at a cost.
And it's all the time you have to kind of keep pushing yourself. But does one get addicted to such a lifestyle? Like at some point you are like, other things look so less in terms of all the emotions and all, like when you are living other things, that you think like after a point, no, I need to go to a tournament now.
I think every chess player faces that. Like no matter where you are, what you're doing, if they face the withdrawal. Like थोड़े 2-3 साल बाद, महीने बाद, कभी ना कभी, but वो hit तो होता ही है.
And also like even being at home for like let's say I play 2 tournaments and then whenever I go back home, whatever my home is, like India or the US, after 2-3 weeks, I feel such a
He has
strong.
even 2 homes.
No. Like I feel such a strong urge to travel and play tournaments. Yeah, because like all of your friends and competitors obviously come from chess, and this atmosphere, although it's quite competitive, it's impossible not to miss.
Yeah, I think when you play tournaments, you miss being home, and then when you are home, you miss playing tournaments.
What a paradox.
Yeah,
Yes.
the tragedy of life that
You're
what
not even playing.
no, I'm just saying like tragedy of life is कि जो है वो तब दूसरी चीज चाहिए और जब दूसरी चीज है तो ये चीज चाहिए. That's
Harshit, what do you think?
No, I think we always think that the grass is greener on the other side, so makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
but you somehow I feel my grass is green. I'm happy here, but I do.
I'm also happy only. Like, kya hi matlab?
No, not that way. Like the way, I mean, at some point, I do remember when I stopped playing chess in 2017. For 1 year or so, it did feel like both of us felt like, oh, we should practice. It's looking something is empty in life. But I think your mind very quickly switches back to something else that you get used to. Like so.
No, I don't think we had any time to think. Honestly, 1 year we were traveling, but we felt like
Yeah.
we want to play.
Yeah.
But then the end decision would be okay. We'll cover this. We'll maybe do something else, kind of a thing,
Right.
because that
It
was
does
the
feel
direction.
at first
But
a
yeah,
little bit empty.
it is a dilemma kind of.
Because
Maybe
I think a chess player's
void, some
entire
void it will in
focus
transition.
is to improve their chess play.
That's true. Like if for 25 years you've put something
Yeah.
over there, and then you want to stop playing chess, it's not going to be easy, no?
Correct.
I don't know about you guys, but whenever I travel in flights, that's where I'm the most pensive. Like I become, I don't know, I get very emotional and serious.
travel in
No, business no.
class, तो फिर तो pensive होता ही.
अरे bye bye.
Pensive
I
नहीं
agree
भाई,
with you.
expensive होता है वो.
क्या होता है बोला वो? लेकिन when he travels in flight?
Pensive मतलब एकदम शांत हो जाता है वो. In a thoughtful mood.
Oh.
Yeah. So usually
I
actually
agree
when
with you.
yeah.
Flights are very depressing.
Depressing. Harshit bhai, I thought you were saying pensive from a good point of view, yeah, that you get
Yeah,
time
I
to
mean,
think.
in general, I try to like I always like even if I get like these bad thoughts, I immediately try to come up with a joke or something and try to be happy. So I very rarely try to, but like I try to like write down like I don't know, like I want to be very somehow before the flight, like during tournaments, I might not be the most productive, but during flights, I'm like, bye. I really need to do like this and like I need to work on this and
In
stuff
the
like
flights,
this.
because there's no one to distract you at that point, right?
Yeah,
Like, so
exactly.
you are with yourself. That's true. That's
What do you guys do? Like
Also-
Divya, do you watch movies in flight or do you sleep generally?
No, I sleep. I always sleep. When I was younger, I used to watch movies, but
Younger.
now I just now I just like sleeping.
That's true. Same with us.
I think
I always watch a movie.
Harshit bhai still young.
With the streaming platforms that have come, the access is much easier to content. So now earlier it was like, oh my
earlier तो
God,
इतना
I saw
नींद भी
this
आ रहा है
movie
ना,
on
तो
flight.
भी आंखें से फाड़ फाड़ के देखेंगे कि बाबा सोना नहीं है,
Yeah, yeah,
मूवी कहाँ देखने को मिलेगा टाइप्स, you know.
Correct. Oh, Queen D4 on the board, guys. Prag has
Yeah.
played, and now will go. Oh, instant
Oh,
played knight
what?
F3. Crazy guy.
Amruta, why are you so surprised? It's the best move.
Yeah, I mean it is, but like it's so instant. Like he was prepared, and
Yeah.
Prag has.
No, guys,
Queen
we are
C4 and-
reaching this position where.
Still can't believe where we have
Oh
reached.
my God, Gukesh is attacking the rook. The rook has to move, and has he actually assessed this position? Can we go a bit deeper into this
Yeah,
movement?
let's do it.
One second. Do I not have knight f6, bishop 8, bishop f5? Like, so knight f6, I probably
you
don't take on
do.
8. So knight f6, I guess you have knight e5, yeah?
No, but like after bishop f5, king a1, you can't take on h4, and I don't think that if you double the pawn, it's savable, yeah.
True.
Oh, that's a great point here because check, king moves, and now if you take with the rook, double pawns are doubled, and if you
And I
take
can't take
here,
on h2
the bishop
because
is
I'm
hanging.
small. Nice point, Divya. Yeah.
It won't.
So I guess rook has to move, as you were saying, Sagar bhai.
But
somewhere.
where? Rook b8 or rook a7? This is the big question actually for Prag now. And I think we were
I would say he goes a7.
a7. Divya, I think
Yeah.
this would be a huge trap against this queen e7 move.
And guys, it is 30 minutes for Gukesh and 22 for Prag, and only 20 moves done.
Whoa.
They have to make 20 more moves.
Man.
No. They will only make 10 more moves and the game will be decided.
Yeah,
Why
that's
Harshit Bhai
true.
made such a bold prediction when the
Yeah.
position was 0.00 that white will win. And right now it is plus 2.1.
Yeah. It just felt quite difficult for black with his pieces
Which
being
opening is
undeveloped.
this?
It was
Opening crazy था यार Divya.
QGA.
QGA से ये आया?
हाँ, because he played C5, D5. And
Oh, okay.
here is this very nice move. Queen
I've never seen
E2,
this. Never seen this.
with the point being Queen E7, Knight B5.
Wow.
And then this happened. And Prag was in his
Wow.
prep. If you look at his time here, it was 127.
Yeah, this is what is surprising. From here, he's come down to 22 minutes and with so much pressure.
But maybe it was Gukesh's, like, he was thinking on purpose in the opening to
He went
kind of,
rook b8.
yeah, bait Prag in doing this. Yeah, I sometimes do this. I think on purpose if I know it very well, and then I force them to come in this line and
But bhai, if you tell on the stream, then your opponents will know, na.
Arey, but sometimes, Amruta,
अरे
he
उसके
doesn't
ओपोनेंट्स
know.
कौन था उसको जाके देख रहे कि अरे हाँ ये मेरा ओपोनेंट है कभी भी लगा तो देखूंगा मैं इसको.
Arre.
What a roast.
Divya got a bit angry actually. I don't know. क्या हो गया उसको?
We were like, इतना कौन देखता है इधर? किसी पास टाइम थोड़ी ना इतना ChessBase इंडिया देखने को, हर्षित भाई को देखने को.
Oh God.
Rook b8 played, huh?
Yes, Rook B8 on the board, and guys, the best move is Queen E7. Can Gukesh find it? And also, what is the threat? Like, if let's say Black does nothing, is the threat simply to take this?
Take. Yeah.
I mean, my idea is to go bishop f5, knight f6, queen f8, if you ask me personally, but
Always tricky. Always tricky.
Harshit bhai with so many tricks in the back. Also, somewhere BD5 might be a threat, no?
yeah, actually, yeah, true. No, this looks overwhelming for white.
No, but Gukesh has to find, because there is another very
Yeah, what if I
best
play
move.
something simple, okay? Like, what else?
Queen
What
Rook
is the
D6.
second best move you would say? Rook
Rook
D6.
d6, can I go?
Yeah, it looks very
Honestly, I'm very
interesting.
surprised by rook b8.
What? Rook d6 is so bad.
This is the idea, bhai.
Oh, rook b6. Ah, nice. Okay.
Because it's the only move. Yeah, that's why he played.
So Rook A7 was stopping Queen E7,
Yeah.
and Rook B8, I think he
Stopped
stops Rook
Rook
D6.
D6,
So
correct.
that was a difficult.
Correct.
Mm.
And
By the way, queen e7, knight f6. How do I win, Divya?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know. I can't see it. How can you ever win this?
Oh wow.
actually, not an easy question. Yeah, Harshit bhai always with his tricks.
Yeah, but I also felt like calculating Queen F8, King F8, Rook D8, Knight E8, Bishop C6.
No, I found a very
but
cool line
not
actually.
So slow.
Yeah,
D6.
actually, now that he asked me, I'm calculating and it looks tricky.
Because Harshit bhai, when he asks anything with a straight face, we always know there is a puzzle. There is some trick hidden there.
He can be good for the
This is one of
side
those
which is doing the
positions-
lie detector test.
So
on
it's-
This
somebody.
is one of those positions where you can, just feel it कि कुछ ना कुछ तो हो रहा है.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I
by
think
the
that
way,
is the-
Arindam Basu has asked कि Rook B8 को Bishop H7, King H7, Rook E4 traps the Black Queen. Okay, we'll go there.
What?
Oh, really? Wow.
Crazy.
Sorry, when?
Arindam with
What?
the
We'll just
Hawkeye
maybe.
here. He says this traps
Wow.
the queen.
Yeah, I saw this, but I didn't think it would actually work.
So
good because I didn't even see it.
maybe this position could be fighting chances for Black with the knight coming, bishop developing, and so on.
Mhm.
Ooh. But
By
okay,
the way-
coming back to that question
Yes.
of Harshit.
It's knight e5, and
No,
if
bhai.
you go
Here, right? Queen e7, knight
knight
f6.
f6, knight
Yeah,
e5.
knight e5, queen e6. Okay, obviously I'm not going to go queen b4, queen a4.
No, but I thought that I have some knights, but it's not good enough. Yeah. So what do I do?
Hmm.
In the chat,
What do you
people
do?
have found this very nice move, Rook D8, guys.
Oh, just simple. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually
Okay, what a bishop.
And
Anyway,
then
sorry.
queen f8. Yeah,
This
it's
is
so
a
easy
threat.
to miss this actually,
Yeah.
that you can take on f8 with the queen. It's crazy how our mind stops
X-ray,
us
yeah?
from doing it. Yeah.
This, but there is this. I don't know it
What? What?
better,
Oh.
but it doesn't work, I guess.
Yeah,
So.
just in.
Queen takes, yeah, or okay, you don't even have to do this.
Okay, worst case, queen e6 is there.
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't work. So yeah, Rook B8, Queen E7,
It's
and
just
now
lights out, yeah.
yeah, the thing is, what should Black do is the question. Like, is there any move that Black has which gives some
Probably he checked like rook b6, rook d7, rook e6. That would be my guess.
Ah,
Not sure.
it's a nice move.
But anything with rook d7, bishop d7, bishop h7, no.
That's
You
such
just
I like how
lose
Divya
all the
answers. Yeah, after
advantage.
everything she says, she's like, but yeah, not sure.
No, but that's such a good
You have
point.
to be.
It's like somehow, that word. She's also, but this is such amazing calculation by Divya, where she spots Rook D7 and Rook E6. And this is what guys, top players do. They look 2 moves ahead always.
Wait. After rook e6, what happens for queen h? You just take on d7 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe rook b6, bishop f5 might be a good.
Absolutely only move, Harshit bhai.
Hmm.
Only move, but it's not.
Maybe he missed bishop f5.
Yeah, because again, if knight moves, you always have this queen f8 business.
Yeah.
My theory is that Prag didn't miss much. He just didn't realize that Queen E7 is such a killer blow here.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys?
Yes, makes sense.
It feels like black is like so close to being completely fine, right? Like just knight f6.
Correct, Harshit bhai. It's just like life.
Just needs
like
one move.
happiness is just there. मतलब, just
There.
knight
हाथ
f6.
में नहीं है, दिख रही है.
Exactly, it's there to be taken, but it's not there.
I'm taking it by. मैं तो happiness player.
Harshit bhai, in Sardinia, did you open your laptop by finally?
Yes, actually I opened.
Oh.
You were not preparing?
No, I mean the place was so nice that I was just going on like nice walks and trying to be in a good mood to play. I usually do quite well when I'm in a good mood, so I was trying to do that. And I think it's sometimes a good idea to prepare as much as you, of course, everyone is different, as much as you want before the event. And then during the event also, because if I feel like if you use too much laptop, your brain.
Burn energy, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
But did you prepare before the event?
I feel कि no matter what I say, I'm going to be in trouble.
क्योंकि ग्रेनके में तो freestyle में तो नहीं था prep कुछ.
There I did well because no prep, just
Yeah,
go
and
play.
then within 3
वो
days.
freely style मार रहा था वो prepare किया था.
No, but freestyle was really great. Yeah, Harshit bhai, your games were so good. Divya, are you tempted to play
अरे मेरे को
some?
बहुत FOMO हो रहा था. I was feeling
Ah.
so bad that I couldn't play.
Because I think you don't like preparing openings so much, right? So in a way,
मजबूरी है, करना पड़ता है.
exactly. So freestyle might be a nice shift of.
Yeah.
I think there are very few people who love to prepare openings. Maybe Anish is one of them.
Well, if you think about it, the ones who are really good at openings never want to play freestyle.
Absolutely right.
Yes. It's their main weapon. But also freestyle, I'm not very sure because he can 960 positions here, but maybe it goes on for like 5 years before people start preparing there also.
Yeah, they prepare, but how can you remember? Yeah, one यहाँ पे एक ही याद नहीं हो रहा है, 960 कैसे याद?
मतलब 10th का कोई क्वेश्चन आंसर याद है क्या? ऐसा कुछ?
मुझे
मेरा 10th थोड़े सालों पहले हुआ है, मुझे याद आ जाएगा.
मुझे पूछने पड़ेगा पीछे कौन बैठा था उसको.
God.
Harshit by replacing people sitting behind his benches and all with AI now. So the story continues. Uh, but Divya, are you also studying right now? Do you have to study or chess only?
No, both.
Both. Oh my God.
Yeah, both.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah.
You just finished your 12th, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the results are out?
I am scared to check.
Oh, really? Aage?
Results to aa gaye.
Think aa gaye.
So, did you clear, Divya? I mean, I'm just.
Okay, please.
नहीं तो next year भी दिव्या 12th में ही है क्या?
नहीं मतलब मैं एक्साइटमेंट में पूछूंगा how much did you score से ज्यादा ये सिंपल क्वेश्चन है did you clear
नहीं clear तो मैं कर
Oh,
लूंगी.
God.
That's not an issue.
Oh, फिर ठीक है फिर क्या फिर
पर आपको
so-
पता नहीं है मतलब how can the result is out and you don't know is like insane
Maybe he doesn't want you to know.
Yes, Sagar bhai, please take the hint.
पर पास हो गए कि नहीं उतना तो बोल दो बस
अरे हाँ यार हो गई.
ये वो
Easily हो गई.
मल्टीटास्किंग
Sorry?
कर रही है.
Easily हो गई यार.
अच्छा.
पास होना is not
तो
difficult.
इजीली
that's great
तेरे से भी ज्यादा आया रहेगा मार्क्स.
नहीं नहीं मार्क्स छोड़ दो just know so now do you intend to pursue something specific or you have not decided
A couple of options, just like Harshit. Let's see.
Oh.
like law maybe
Actually, my sister graduated from law, and
I
she
know
told
that.
me it's a very tedious degree.
yes
So I think maybe if like chess wasn't in my life, I would become a doctor. Pretty sure.
doctor
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty
Towards the
sure.
parents. So then, anyway, otherwise, which chess do you think you can try?
No, I don't think so. No.
Not
No
at all.
way. I think
No.
that would be a bit too much to try to be a doctor right now.
Yeah, because I would want to, give it my all.
No, but
Otherwise-
Asim, this guy, Are Egypt.
Go on.
Adli,
Basim.
Amin Basim.
Haan.
Basim Amin.
Very few.
He's a doctor?
people.
He's a doctor, yes.
Hmm.
He's the only.
That's actually incredible.
In fact, him and there's also another player called Vladimir Malakhov.
Oh, I think I heard about that name.
Yes,
Oh.
he's also a doctor. So maybe, but wow, Divya, if you pursue becoming a doctor plus like go at the top of the world of chess, that's going to be insane. I don't think anyone.
I
in
think
India has
maybe once I am
Hmm.
satisfied with chess, I can switch to becoming a doctor.
Wow. Because then she will be India's first doctor in like, yes, of course, GM.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
That's and do you intend to do like Harshit Bhai at any point, like go to the US and study and do pursue chess or something?
The laughter.
Not sure. Again, just like Harshit, couple of choices.
I'm very sure in life, भाई ऐसा क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ?
You are?
Yeah, I mean, I know.
Okay. No, but okay. Jokes
Gukesh, like
apart.
Harshit Bhai also has couple of choices on the board, right?
But only one good one.
Only one good move for Gukesh. Can he find it, guys? Queen E7. All those who are joining in right now, guys, we have Harshit Bhai who's here with us and the surprise guest who's only in voice here in spirit with us. Divya Deshmukh is here
In spirit?
in spirit, like with us, not in video, I say.
But audio
Usually
with
they
the-
say in spirit for ghosts.
No, they say for like people who are there always as supporters, I say ki, always in spirit, I say. And we are witnessing the round 1 of Superbet Classic, where we have top players like Fabi, Nodirbek, Firouzja, all of them playing, but also 2 Indian superstars, Gukesh and Prag, are here. And the first round only they got paired against each other. And Prag came well prepared, but Gukesh has outplayed him and got a winning position. The question is, will he find Queen E7 with only 17 minutes left on the clock? Guys, this is getting intense.
Yeah.
What do you think he's calculating?
Maybe, I don't know if he's tempted by something like rook c1, but it just feels wrong, right? You don't want to put your rook away from the
D5.
center. So
Correct.
maybe b3?
Or do you think he's really tempted with this bishop h7 rook e4
Oh, let's
option?
check that,
I
no? A
think
little bit
it's also
deeper.
somehow it does feel like a move that Gukesh, if once you spot it, you're like, wow, the queen is trapped. Should I go for it?
Oh, yeah. How difficult it is to assess.
Sometimes it's good to be weak and just not see this bishop.
True.
I agree. I was just thinking, and sometimes in life it's good to be stupid to just not think about things.
Yeah, in life sometimes it's good to not have choices. Yeah, sometimes it's a good thing. Often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he definitely saw bishop h7.
Mhm.
But I'm not very sure what he's calculating.
I mean, does b3 make any sense? But queen
Maybe
c3,
just queen
no?
c3, queen
And then
f6.
coming back
no?
here.
yeah, somehow this completely solves the problem. Maybe can you consider like queen g3, queen f4, like trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
somehow
Queen f4 attacking here somehow.
Rook
and queen
b6?
f1. Sorry?
Rook b6? Queen c7 or what?
But then again you have rook e6, yeah. So
True.
Do I? Bishop.
bishop d5, rook e1 is
Yeah, rook e1.
just in time, I think.
So this line is what they were analyzing. Bishop.
Okay, actually, way too many choices for Gukesh.
Oh, by the way, he's making a
Whoa.
move.
Whoa.
Bishop
Oh!
Cannot believe.
misses the best move.
And how is Pragg? Because did Pragg see queen e7 or not? Does he realize something?
Take it, bhai, maro.
Mardo Praggnanandhaa is back. Oh my god.
Back, but the position still remains very tough for
I
him.
mean, but this is.
Does it? Because sometimes it's easier to not have the queen. Yeah, you take rook e4, you go take knight f. I mean, like your moves are very easy actually.
Oh, maybe that's why he went
Yeah.
rook b8. Tell me something, for rook a7, something like this was working?
That's a good question.
Still working.
Yeah,
But no,
it's
that's why the
actually
rook on b8 is
even-
better here.
It's
in
even
this
better
variation.
for white here to
Yeah,
have.
that's why
rook on
he
a6.
went rook b8.
True.
Because he would also see this variation.
I don't know. I mean, Pragg would have definitely seen it now. I mean, just before Gukesh made the move, because there were only two good moves: bishop check and queen e7. But bishop check, he takes with the king now. And guys, look at this move. Rook e4, trapping the queen is what Gukesh is going to do here. He plays it.
Yeah.
His rook comes up.
I actually think knight b6 is more obvious than queen e4.
Uh-huh.
Not sure if it's like better in any way.
It's the second best. It's actually a great point, Divya. Here, knight b6.
It's
and-
just more natural.
because you get your bishop out, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also, I think putting the knight on f6 is better, maybe.
Maybe knight c4 was g4 the best move or what?
Yeah, this is actually a very interesting moment here because it feels like black will get the bishop out, but b3 somehow.
And then knight e5?
Knight e5.
Or... No. For white.
Ah, sorry. No, I mean, what will
Knight
black
e5.
do here?
The thing is, knight a3, king b2, b4, your knight is really sad there.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it.
almost trapped.
So, I mean, if it was on c3, I think
As
it will-
sad as I am on flights.
No, rook e4 is the.
By the way, it's such a cool geometrical construction, right? Where the queen is actually completely trapped because of two rooks, basically.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, so why did Gukesh go for this? So he
didn't
likes
spot
it.
queen e7.
No.
I mean, he spotted, but
No,
he
I
just
think
got
it is about
tempted.
evaluation. You know, these guys have mentioned that they can calculate a lot of things,
Yeah.
but it's about the evaluation. And what would he be considering here? Like queen e4 would be
He took-
forced? No, he didn't. Let's say I'm just looking at what would be his
Queen
assessment
c6, I
here.
would say.
Queen c6.
I think
yeah?
he's so... Yeah, queen c6.
Yeah, queen c6, and maybe he evaluated this as being really good for him.
This position. And perhaps it is, right? It might be still a tough task for Pragg to hold this position.
Yes,
Also, it's, you can grind forever. You can never lose this.
yeah. So Gukesh wanted the queen and he got it. And the question is now whether Praggnanandhaa will be able to hold on.
That's a good point. He's got the queen, but sometimes getting the queen is not enough in to win the
Yes,
game.
I agree, Sagar bhai.
क्या चल रहा है दोनों का
Yeah,
कुछ?
मुझे भी नहीं पता है. I'm losing track.
Some roasting is happening, I think, and targeted at you and me and
No,
you know,
nothing.
कुछ तो कुछ
Huh?
तो चल रहा है.
नहीं, अमृता.
Some
I think we should
roasting.
target Divya.
Yeah.
दिव्या तो ऐसे आई है कि you cannot target her because she will leave. We will not even know.
हाँ.
She's not even on the video.
Ay. Okay, so Queen e4 is the best, right? Knight b6 is tempting, but
Knight b6 is the second best move, and I believe that Prag might even go for it. And we had promised you to show some couple of pictures of this very. We found it, but we couldn't find that very amazing picture, Divya. But look at this, guys. This is
Oh.
Prag and Divya
Oh, so
after winning the World Youth Championship. Maybe it was,
2014.
yeah, 2014. Alain, right?
No, it's Durban.
Durban. And here they are at the World Youth Championships in Mumbai. I remember this very clearly. I think this is a very nice. Both of them were top seeds in their respective sections, or maybe at least one of the top seeds.
So nice. That's such a cute
It's
picture.
very nice. And there's one more actually. It's such a beautiful
Yeah, I know
picture.
what picture you're talking
Exactly.
about.
Under 7
I
nationals.
think I have it.
Yeah, it's such an amazing pic. If you have it, if you can send it later, Divya, we can show it to the viewers. Both of you
Yeah, I'll check.
starting off your journey there with, I think Prag was also wearing slippers in that picture. It was a very cute picture.
It is very cute. And I don't know why, but somebody told me that when you have to pose for a picture, you have to lift one of your legs up to pose. And I have that pose in that picture.
Oh my god. Tita says, I remember the video with the India quiz conducted by Sagar with Divya and Prag.
Yeah, that did in Mumbai. I was asking them different questions. But yeah,
so what's your prediction now, Divya? Do you think he'll win or?
I think it's around 70-30 now.
Oh, by the way, water break. We didn't have our water.
Please,
Hydrate.
guys,
I
Hydrate.
already
Dinner.
know.
हाँ. हर्षित भाई अभी पूना में तो अभी घर का खाना क्या है आज? What's the plan?
I mean, whatever it is, it feels so nice because I miss like homely food a lot when I'm abroad. So that's one, like I know that whatever it is, I'm gonna love it. So
Wow.
Harshit bhai,
Yeah.
what is the
Yes.
way
Who's
for...
making food for you?
Who's making... Oh, that's a good
I mean, I am with my family. Bhai. I mean,
Oh, okay.
terrible. Yeah, just Sagar bhai, what were you asking? I think that was more important.
I was saying, Harshit bhai, will people be able to... Oh, by the way, he's just not... Oh, Divya's move on the board.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about
So
it, it's
natural.
insane that you don't develop your piece with a tempo. Like that developing having your knight on c4 is worse than having your knight on d7. Is just
Crazy.
insane to
Yeah.
comprehend.
Very rare, no?
No,
That's
it's
why
because
such
the knight
mistakes can
belongs
happen.
here, perhaps. That's difficult to understand, no? This part.
Exactly, yeah.
Hmm. Tough.
Hmm.
Quickly
He takes
taken the queen.
Oh, what? Takes
What?
with the pawn?
Oh,
like
he wants to go knight a4 and c3 and create play there. Prag is wanting to beat
Prag is
white.
not
Nahi.
beat.
He's not wanting
Play
to
the best,
beat.
Amruta. Amruta is like, let's go.
Amruta is like all part of the
Yeah,
deep
like-
plan. Rook b8 here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No?
But
Oh,
yeah,
la.
it's like creating some kind of what your resources you have, making them work the best for you. Like,
Yeah. It's a nice point.
So then now what does white do? Some 95?
knight e5 with the idea of taking here, but don't we get
But
like...
maybe queen e4 first.
Yeah, but it's a very good practical try, you think? Or how?
G6 is
Huh.
a bit scary.
Hmm.
See, if you were looking at some natural moves and they are tough, then I think good practical.
No, Prag is definitely putting a lot of pressure on Gukesh. And incredibly, guys, when I see the engine, here White's move is the best move is quite
King
by a
C1.
margin. Yes, King C1.
King A1?
C1.
King C1.
King C1.
I would just put my king on
Yeah.
A1.
It's
Okay,
it's
why
the
King
second
C?
best move, Divya. So maybe both are relatively.
Actually, the margin drops quite a bit.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
why
so-
King C1, by the way?
C1 because if I put it on A1, I'm a bit afraid of back rank stuff.
Yeah.
And for like right now, I wanted to get rid of your ideas with knight A4. So I obviously need to move my king somewhere. And then if you think about it, I only have two options. I don't think I'm brave enough to go to C2. So then king C1 seems like the only move.
And black wants to play bishop e6, but knight g5 is there, so can't
That's a
play
nice point. Yes, bishop e6, knight g5
true.
would be quite bad for black. So in general, black would love to exchange the knights. Like he wants to keep the bishop because rook bishop against a queen work much better than rook knight.
Correct. Also, this bishop just belongs here. I mean, once the bishop is here, knights are traded. I think black should be okay in that
Yeah.
position.
Win Super Chat says, thanks for the coverage. Why was Queen e7 or Queen g3 so winning?
Queen g3 was winning.
Queen g3 wasn't winning, Actually, you said Queen e7 is the only move
When?
there.
Here, Queen g3 was not winning, actually. Oh, it's also.
Oh.
Oh, it
Oh,
was.
the
Yeah,
engine didn't
wow.
even understand that. Or b8 pe, look. There can be some tactic.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh,
We
What
were
is
just
this threat?
fixated on this.
G3.
Fixated nahi rehna hai.
Kabhi
By
nahi.
the way, guys, Gukesh OP, he finds King c1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's very nice. But to be very honest,
Not so tough,
I
huh?
don't think King C1 was like it looks very weird that he's moving his king, but then actually when you think about it, he's just taking his king out of the pressure
Yes.
on the B line.
True. Wow. Okay, so King c1, but yeah, this was great super chat by Win, by the way, where he points out that not just Queen e7, which we thought was heavily winning, but Queen g3, and the point being, if Knight f6, we have Bishop d3 still pursuing the Queen, and if the Queen goes somewhere here,
Then
Queen
we can
B8.
take the rook.
then the Rook is hanging. But
No, but knight f6 क्यों जाएगा कोई?
so Rook b6, maybe Divya's move.
Yeah, now what's the winning move? Is it? Very curious. Maybe just Bishop D3, Rook E4, Rook G4 or what?
Yeah, maybe even something like Rook Bishop c2 is.
Hey, that's tough.
Okay, but
It's
that's a
very
bit too tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very tough.
Is it though?
I mean, you're down a pawn and then you just.
You're down a pawn, but you have so much compensation. All of your pieces are in play, and none of black's pieces is in
Yeah,
play.
true.
His queen is completely misplaced.
Yeah, but I feel like once you see this on the board and you know that
On the board, though,
Yeah.
tough.
you'll be like, I'm a pawn down. Why should I? Like, you obviously want to take the
Yeah.
material, right? Like, that's human nature that if you're down material, you just like now the material is actually equal because black has rook, one minor piece and a pawn. So,
Sorry, this.
I don't consider the extra pawn to be, same because double pawn.
You mean here, this position, right?
Yeah.
how in football, basically, like, when you give up, like, there are basically one player is very strong and then you give the opposite side two players. Okay, rakh le bhai.
By the way,
Maybe you
Harshit,
don't
by
follow.
today we have a very interesting reel that Freestyle Chess has put up on Gukesh and football players. I was surprised that Gukesh was
Really?
giving answers.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
he was saying Iniesta, then he was saying
What? He knows?
yeah.
Wow, that's
Like
so
all
cool.
I was like, Harshit bhai, please tell us if his tastes are good in football.
I mean, yesterday, by the way, Barcelona lost, yeah, to Inter, which was a heartbreak.
किसका?
Kiska heartbreak? Barcelona. What? Bishop F5,
Bishop
G4,
F5
flips out. What?
Why? He
played
didn't
and
even think.
instantly played by Gukesh, G4.
Okay, I think we need to come back, yeah, because this is like the players are definitely seeing something we are not.
Like, what if he
But-
just puts the bishop? There's knight
95.
E5.
Yeah. I've
Ah.
been wanting to play it for so long.
Also
And
G5.
G4 you were always happy, right? So, but then
Mhm.
black wanted the bishop on that diagonal. Nahi to fir,
Oh
you know.
wow, so maybe bishop f5 was actually an inaccuracy because you don't have bishop e4 obviously because of the knight g5 fork.
But it's the best
And
move, Harshit bhai.
I mean,
wow,
that means the
wow.
position was
that
tough.
would be
Position was tough, but G4, BG6 now.
And now again knight e5 f4 f5 like I
That's the
want to
plan,
somehow do
yes.
this, right?
This is the idea. And how can black create some play here? Is it by knight
I mean,
a4?
in some scenario, I mean, I was thinking if I can actually be crazy and go rook e8, rook e5 and try to have a fortress, but I don't think I have nearly enough to do that.
You mean here f4?
f4, rook e5, fe5 and try to find some knight a4, c3 business. Maybe it's not that stupid. Knight a4, rook d to c3, bc3 is a funny mate.
Oh, nice. Take here and mate. Wow. But you know, Harshit bhai, here, white even prefers to take the bishop and play this position with
Yeah,
the
this is
clear
tough to defend.
advantage. That's what.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, pretty tough for black. No, now suddenly it feels like.
Yeah, the thing is maybe the wrong set of pieces are off the board, right? Like you wanted the two knights to go away,
Exactly. Yeah.
not the bishop.
Bishop g6 played. So I think we are going into this variation. Knight e5, rook e8.
Yeah, this is a very important move for Gukesh. Divya has been shouting
Okay, it's the
about this
most
move.
natural.
Yeah.
You will play it.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to happen.
By
But
the way,
it's
Anway asks, please suggest good opening book for intermediate level. So, guys, would you like
My
to suggest?
suggestion is to just check this opening by Anish Giri that we have made. It's a good one for
But it's not.
beginner
It's not a
and
book, no?
intermediate. No, it's an opening course.
By the way, Divya, do you prepare by like watching these courses like Chessable, like all these courses, or do you prepare your own files and stuff?
I don't think I've used Chessable courses much
Hmm.
or courses in general, but sometimes they can be a good base file.
Yeah.
But any opening book you guys would like to suggest? Harshit
Yes.
or Divya?
Maybe Divya can say, yeah, because
Both.
I've been giving my opinion quite a lot.
I don't think Divya reads too many books though. No, Divya?
She writes books.
Or
How
do you
are you
wish.
guessing it?
do you read them like chess books, especially like other? I don't know about other books, but
My life went actually the opposite way. When I was younger, I used to read. Now I don't read. But openings actually I didn't bother checking till I was like 2400,
what?
which was like 5 or 6 years ago. I didn't check it so much. I had zero idea. I just used to play on instinct. And after I reached that spot, I used to check. Definitely not something I would recommend, but it does have its pros and cons. It increases your confidence to just play the position. And you
Yeah, I think
can, yeah.
you also have I think because of that you also have very like you're very creative, right? Because you didn't use engines and you were able to kind of like always
Yeah,
try
I think you just always, you can find resources more easily.
Mhm.
I think you develop your own thinking methodologies rather than following the engine, right?
Mhm.
On the counter perspective, with with these cloud engines and everything being so strong, one has to ask himself like because I definitely see such a big difference when I play 2000s and 2100s in their opening prep. Like sometimes it's impossible
Yeah,
to
I know it's too much.
out prepare them. So it's like how long should one go before not using engines? It's actually a very like interesting question, and I would love if there's like some research or study about this to know myself.
I think earlier it was easier because there was not much development. So at least when I was growing up, it
Mhm.
was still there, but not so much that it is now. I think it just tripled or something.
Yeah.
Now it's hard to even survive if you don't have knowledge.
Mhm.
True, true. Because the opponent is blitzing out moves and has seen like until move 30 and all, and you are there trying to
I
figure
swear
out on
it's
your
the
own.
worst
It's
situation when you're
so
playing against
difficult.
10-year-old kids. 10-year-old kids are blitzing openings against you. I went to Kazakhstan, I think like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And I played this blitz tournament, and all I faced is kids with huge opening preparation. It made me go crazy.
But Divya, if it was Blitz, maybe they were just playing fast, no?
No, it was their opening preparation. It was just evident. Ridiculous moves.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
also
by the way, this
shows that Kazakhstan is becoming a very strong chess nation. In the next few years, guys, expect some big names to come out of Kazakhstan chess.
What?
G5.
Definitely.
What?
Oh my God, Gukesh
Okay,
did not
uh,
play
No
the
way.
most
Knight
obvious
e5,
move.
but also the most natural move, not just the obvious.
Maybe
Yeah.
Divya was not shouting loud enough, yeah?
Her voice didn't travel to Bucharest here. G5, knight e5 not played, and suddenly Prague has a big opportunity here.
Knight A4,
Wait.
right? I mean, no way is it
You
not.
go watch Rook E8?
Okay, Rookie
No,
at
what about c3?
C3, Amruta, that is the
Oh.
best.
b3. No,
move.
b3 just.
Wow.
Okay, but then
BC3?
c4.
You
If-
want
No,
some crazy
bc3
Knight
then
A4
knight
business
a4,
or what?
no?
Yeah, Knight
Okay.
A4.
No.
No?
Guys,
Oh.
Guys, that's
wait.
possible, but look at Divya
Oh,
and
C4.
Divya's idea now, Rookie. And I don't
What?
understand. Maybe because this happened,
Oh.
it
नहीं,
creates
yeah.
crazy, yeah?
Okay, we need to look at it very
Because
calmly.
actually after C3, BC3, Rook E8, now that you've opened your, like, no, after C3, BC3, I mean.
Yeah, but I'm saying like here
इधर
it
क्या
doesn't
प्रॉब्लम है?
work
इधर
somehow.
रुक 8 का क्या आइडिया है?
Exactly. So now after Rook D2, like, Rook E2, Rook
Wait,
D2, you have Knight C4.
no. What is going wrong with the bar? Do you
Now-
have Knight C4 or something?
Yes.
Oh,
mate.
mate! Arey, beautiful! Oh.
Guys, look at this. There's a mate threatened, and if you chop this,
Okay,
then
1 second.
रुक it.
Yeah, just Rook B1, Rook D8.
no,
But then
Rook
knight
B1.
D4.
No, but Knight D4.
Yeah, 1
Wait,
second. I
Rook
still
B2.
didn't
Okay,
find
Rook
it.
B2, Rook B2.
Okay.
Check.
King c1.
And now
rook
this is
b2.
taken away by the rook, so you have to go back. Oh my
Hi,
Oh,
what is happening? If this happens, I don't know who's gonna win.
goodness.
Oh my
Goodness.
God! Prague is back if he finds C3, guys, and not just back
Yeah.
like equal
And
back, but
look
But
at
with initiative. And you know, they have had the games where somebody was winning, and so many times it has turned around. So
Yeah.
many times.
Wait, but I have a question. What's wrong with Rook E8, G6, G6?
Rook E8, G8.
G6, G6. Like, is it just a worse
No.
position?
Yeah,
or-
good question.
there is this.
Check, but
check.
king g8, king g7, let's say.
Okay, King G7, and now you have some Knight
Knight
F7
F7?
business.
What?
Yeah,
एक second, bishop f7, rook
spicy.
g1, huh? 1 second,
Too
let's
spicy.
still...
because after Bishop F7, Rook G1, Bishop G6, Queen G3, you don't have Rook E6 because the B8 rook is unfortunately undefended.
Oh my
Nice.
God, that's a
Crazy.
great.
Okay,
point.
no, but wait a
And what
second.
if king
King
takes?
f8. No, even bishop, rook g1 check, king f8 is what the problem?
Yeah, but then Queen
h6.
H6, and you just lose the house, I
Okay,
think.
fine. Yeah.
But what about king F7? Then you jump with your.
Rook to D6. That was my idea. Rook D6, if Rook E6,
Yeah, I
I have
guess
Queen
so.
F4.
Arey.
No,
Arey,
but
arey,
it's,
arey.
it's possible, but this is stronger somehow.
Queen F4, and then you go Rook D6, kya? Or you don't, or I'm just...
Yeah, now it works.
I think. But what's wrong with the earlier?
Which one?
Okay, by the way, no.
Wait,
Knight
Oh, he
F4.
played!
happened?
What did he play?
Knight A4 on the
No.
board, guys. Prague did not play
Okay.
C3.
Okay, that was too
No,
difficult.
no,
like,
it was just
so
an
deep.
intuitive idea, but of course, there was less
Rook
time.
e8 was so difficult over there. Oh,
True.
what is the time
Actually,
scenario?
guys, the
10
time
minutes?
situation is
Wow.
10 minutes for Gukesh, 10 minutes for Prague. It's even
And
as
14
even
moves.
as
I
you
think
could
this
get.
is going to be the most exciting draw.
Do you think it's anyone's game or it's too early?
I think it's anyone's game at this point now. Earlier, it felt like two result position with queen that Gukesh had. But right now, with this counterplay, with suddenly this rook,
How does
bishop.
white continue?
So Rook D2 is a blunder, we know that, right? Because of C3.
Nice
Yeah.
one.
Nice one,
Nice one.
nice
Can
one.
we ask the
Oh.
chat how many people will answer today? Let's see, na? B takes C3. what
Oh,
that
this
is.
one.
Let's
Yeah,
have
let's see.
black to
How
black.
Very
many-
fine.
I
Maybe
can't
Rook
see
E8.
what
100
is
people,
happening.
guys. फटाफट
Maybe
clear
Rook
करना
E8,
है
Rook
इधर
E4
इधर.
is very
हाँ,
good now.
wait.
Sorry, what is a good move?
Rook E8 followed by Rook E4 is very powerful, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. What do you know about Bishop B1? Looks very strong.
Bishop B1 is a genius move, Divya.
I knew it. I
I
knew it.
love
I
your
was genius.
creativity.
Oh my god. Epic.
Yes, I think we have 100
Many
people.
people.
already.
No, because I think it started a bit late. But okay, we'll aim for 50. Guys, we have 25 answers already. 30. फटाफट बढ़ रहा
Chat
है.
is saying disrespect to us.
That's true.
Checkmate, guys. This is the point here. So Rook D2 is bad right now. That's the reason why we have Gukesh thinking.
Wait, so what is the right move?
G6 for sure is the
Yes,
best.
take.
Yeah,
Okay.
takes.
And now
And-
cannot take this, guys. This is then already
Okay,
lost
again-
in multiple ways somehow. Knight E5, Knight G5. I don't know if it is very clear.
Hmm.
I think
I think
your
Yeah, it
king
makes
is
sense.
too weak now. 95. And the
But
point is
Knight
after
E5 and
Why
knight
not
E6.
95 here directly? That is also a big question actually. And what is the
Because
difference?
now you take knight b2, knight g6, and the king is not exposed, so you can take with probably the pawn.
Oh, and
And
there's
also
no
the rook is
check. You
hanging
are
down.
just one move behind. Oh, that's such a nice point. So if you do this, and now this, and take, then knight G6, and already here rook jumps in with a check.
Yeah, the rook invades and I think it's all over. So I think after G6, it's crucial to start with knight B2.
Yes.
Knight
And,
g5.
Yeah.
Knight
King
G5,
G8.
King G8, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, king H8 is of course bad. So king G8.
And if at G7 now,
Rook. Yeah, probably king
king
G7.
takes. Rook
Rook.
G1, but it's scary. Like I can rook G1 or probably loses. Yeah, so it's scary. Like
It
is now
could also
getting
get
scary, yeah.
both ways. Yeah. Now.
okay, can
Now
you
it
continue this? King
is-
D2?
King d2, rook b2, king c3.
King C- Yeah.
Uh,
Now if I take
guess-
rook F2,
Rook
Hmm.
F2. Nice.
and maybe now you just go something like knight E4 or something.
Harshit bhai
No,
has
knight
stockfish in
E4.
his head, yeah? Stock. भाई क्या खाया है
Rook
आज
F4?
ब्रेकफास्ट में stockfish?
Rook F4, Queen E7.
Yeah, it doesn't work. But
Oof.
okay, this is very complicated.
You know, guys, right now,
Mhm.
ChessBase India पे एक नया reel आया. They just posted a reel, and it's so cute. It's
Wait,
Gukesh
you guys are
versus
having rook
kids.
h8.
Gukesh with different kids. It is very beautiful.
Oh, rook g6.
Yeah.
Rook g6, fg6.
Guys, ये कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Yeah.
Like I think Gukesh, we've definitely passed the point where Gukesh was cruising.
Yeah, you can
Guys,
see
I think
here,
we were
guys. Oh, Prag gets
overestimating.
up. Prag gets up from the chair showing confidence. He's
In
like,
6 minutes.
Gukesh,
Oof.
now you have to make
Whoa,
14
6
moves in
minutes.
6 minutes. This is getting so intense here. And, you know, we remember how Gukesh came to Vaikanze
Yes.
after a long travel, getting the Dhyanchan Award, right? Khel Ratna Award, sorry. Khel Ratna
Ratna.
Award. And then he was in big trouble against Anish and tricked him at the end. And somehow here one gets the feeling that Gukesh put Prag under so much pressure, but now Prag is tricking him.
Yeah, no, it's getting very, very intense. I'll just turn on my fan right now.
Arre.
I think even this last playoff that they had in Vike
Yes.
Knight E5.
must be affecting.
95 on the
Knight
board.
b2?
What, Divya, your point was must be affecting in what way would you say? Like, would it be like because Gukesh lost there and so on, or what?
Yeah, so he probably wants to win, right?
Hmm.
Also,
I mean,
the way he lost was he got tricked. So, like,
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually true. Like these things, like subconsciously do play a role during the game. Like
yeah.
whenever you lose quite often against a certain player. You might be, although you're stronger than them, like objectively, you just like, against that specific opponent, you struggle. But okay, knight e5, I think knight b2 is what we are expecting to happen on the board, right?
Yeah, Prag must take
Yes,
here.
but I don't see the point of
But-
knight e5.
Like, yeah, exactly. He didn't take on h6, and now after knight b2, rook somewhere, knight d3 check. I'm very happy to trade those knights off because
No,
without
but he
the
will
knight,
take
I
this,
don't
no,
think-
Harshit bhai, like, because then if you
okay.
take knight d1, there's knight f8.
Yes, okay,
So,
that's a good
But
point.
then
Okay.
fg6?
yeah, and then maybe move the rook, but it's
To
not so
d7?
easy.
D7?
Wow.
Oh my God, if you go to d7,
It's actually
Then-
losing.
yes,
Yeah,
because I know
what?
knight d3,
Yeah. Knight d3
King
or
d2.
even
And then rook
stronger,
f2.
Harshit bhai, Divya
Ah,
just h5
I
and
saw
black
that.
is totally winning.
wow.
Yeah, that's tough.
This is because of the power of all the black pieces now.
Yeah, whenever something crazy happens, I am the one who's up for challenges. I think we need to convince Divya to do a challenge.
Okay, what's your challenge?
No, I am not the one to say. Maybe someone in the chat will
I'm
say.
in a good mood. I can take you
Oh,
up on
nice. Divya, maybe I have a challenge for you.
that. Okay.
Divya is like,
What is it?
Can you sing a song at the end
No.
of this game?
with the video on, yeah,
No, this challenge I do not accept.
with your guitar.
I don't have a guitar.
Okay.
Hmm. Not so sure, guys. But what was the Harshit bhai went to? Oh, he takes on b2. Takes
Okay,
it, and now very important
I would
for.
much rather do Harshit wala challenge. I would do push-ups and sing,
Oh, wow.
Push-ups and sing.
dancing.
I know, I'm joking.
Push-ups. Divya, 20 push-ups.
Done.
Okay, done.
Wow. When will she do? Like, what will happen though? Harshit bhai?
If Prag wins,
if
yeah,
she-
maybe.
Oh, Prag wins. Oh my God. Okay, great.
That's crazy
But I
enough,
need
right?
something in compensation. Yeah.
If you-
अरे दिव्या, you said you are in good mood, तो हमने तो मांग लिया अभी compensation. Okay, what compensation do
Sagar
you
bhai,
like?
otherwise you need to do. The world needs to see you doing push-ups.
But मेरे से तो होता ही नहीं है.
Actually, I have a better challenge for you.
Hmm.
Push-ups के बदले you do a split.
Arey. Okay, I'm going to restrain myself. Sagar bhai, mat karna. Trap में मत फंस.
ठीक है दिव्या, AI is very strong and powerful these days.
Yeah, I agree.
So maybe I can do the split. But knight b2 played here, attacking the d1 rook. People are saying that Sagar bhai, you can give up your house. Yeah, that's something that I've been. I don't know if Divya is
Shanti.
aware, but
शांति
Divya.
तो चली गई, घर भी दे दो.
अरे अमृता तो चली गई. By the
Good
way,
chair for Amruta, by the way, white and black design.
yeah, this nice chair we have here.
But why give up your house?
Oh, he takes because
It's
you
a
know,
joke.
Divya, keeping houses and all not so.
Good.
Not so great. I mean, yeah, you should just be less materialistic. Although it's a different matter when you don't have a house. FG6.
Ay.
So, guys, now actually Gukesh in big.
Yeah, big
He
moment.
has to find only move Gh6.
What?
Otherwise,
No, that's too tough.
No, he's not finding
no.
it.
That's
Otherwise,
too
he's
tough.
losing, guys.
I mean, Gh6, knight d1, hg7 is, I mean, it's very unclear how that's a draw.
Okay, actually, maybe even if he finds it, it's hard to make that decision कि you want a draw when you have been in a completely great
So true.
position from the start.
That's a
It's a very
great
good
point.
point.
That's a
And
great
also,
point.
by the way, that's very hard. By the way, 4 minutes for him. So, I mean, not only on the
Tough to
position,
settle.
but ooh la la.
Because in any other move, guys, wherever he moves his rook, this knight d3 check followed by the rook
H5.
here and h5 is giving black a winning advantage. So
Yeah, H5
tables
is-
have turned totally.
Tables have turned. Absolutely.
It's time for Sagar bhai to turn as well.
दिव्या देखा कैसे आई इधर और सबका वाट लगा के oh, he takes it.
Oh, he
Wow, that's
Very,
that's a
that's,
pragmatic move by
Yeah.
Gukesh,
against
Yeah.
not by
Pragg.
Pragg.
Yeah.
GH6.
Pragg
And
is
look,
drinking his
Pragg
water.
is like bottle खोलना ही पड़ेगा अभी समझ में नहीं आया ये क्या हो गया. He might just. Do you think he'll take? He'll give a check?
I mean,
he will take
he has
knight.
to take, yeah, because knight d3.
Yeah.
Actually, knight d3 is not that stupid,
Knight
but after rook d3, it probably transposes.
Yeah. Saran Srinivasan says draw incoming, fair result. But who knows, Saran, if there is any, because till move 40, we have 11 more moves to go. With Gukesh having 3 minutes 47 seconds, Pragg having 8 minutes. I believe there will be twists here.
Yeah, and who knows what's fair and what's not, right? Because Gukesh was completely dominating the whole game, and he was never in trouble,
Yeah.
basically. So,
Wait, so knight d1 takes 6. You want to force a perpetual or what? Or you just take the knight?
You mean first
oh, you have
take,
to
take.
find a
Yeah,
perpetual.
queen
Queen
e7.
e7. What? No.
No,
You have to
no.
give checks.
Okay, check.
Queen e7.
King g8, queen e6, and I go
Queen
king
e6,
h7.
king-
I thought
Yeah.
this is smart. But you go
No,
queen
actually,
e7.
I thought it's better to go king h8 instead of king g8. So let's say queen h4 maybe. King g8, queen
This is
c4.
smart actually. Well,
Yeah.
wow, Divya, that's a good point. Now rook f7, yeah. No, rook f7.
Yeah.
Coming out
No,
of
no, but
chess.
you want to take f2 now?
Okay. King g7 is quite powerful as well. Okay.
Wow.
So it's still not draw yet.
No, it's not a draw. Actually, Pragg can move his king around and perhaps so position is equal, but there is no forced perpetual.
Yeah, but that means that the world can now see Divya doing push-ups.
Or Sagar, we are doing the splits. So I can't
But
see anything.
Divya, give me something that I can actually do.
You think I can do 20 push-ups?
You can try, you know.
You
I
can.
You can try.
I don't think I'm going to see Sagar by anytime soon.
Harshit bhai is like, Sagar bhai
सागर
normal
भाई पहले
check
गिर रहा है,
किधर
सब
हो?
कुछ गिर।
सागर भाई यहाँ पे किधर हो?
हॉस्पिटल में मिलेंगे।
Zagreb भी नहीं आए सागर भाई इधर लास वेगस तो आने वाले थे
Oh la la.
Okay, let me think of a better one. But then you also think of a better one. मैं को नहीं करने 20 push-ups.
ठीक है I can
You can color your hair, Divya.
I know one Harshit bhai oh 91 played I know Divya you have to upload a video on your Instagram of eating pani puri.
Okay, that's
Manageable,
fine.
yeah.
That's a nice
Yeah.
one actually. And at your favorite place in Nagpur eating pani puri.
Nashik.
Nashik and Nagpur. Guys, that would be
Actually-
epic. But for that, Pragg has to win, but it seems unlikely here because knight d1, Gukesh is finding all the best moves, and I think he will be able to hold here unless, of course, yeah, he gives a check.
Perpetual, no?
What move is it, by the way?
This is move 31.
Oh, will Pragg go for rook f7 blunder? Okay, let's ask this.
Rook
guy.
f-
Yes,
Amruta
he
like
will go for rook f7.
blunder.
Amruta eating her dinner here and also
Amruta, what are you
finding
eating?
tactics.
Pav
Wow.
bhaji, but without pav, like bhakri bhaji.
Oh, अरे मेरे भी घर पे भाकरी बना।
Oh,
yeah,
Nice.
क्या बात
Achha, I am not in those places.
Harshit bhai has better meal today, I think.
You should eat bhakri thecha. It's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, Nagpur.
Hmm.
आशिष थोराट से दिव्याला मराठी नाही येत अरे शी इज मराठी
नाही येत
मुलगी.
मला.
अरे
नाही मी कुठे आहे मला नाही येत काय.
Hmm.
तू तर एरो का मार्क केला विचारलंय का प्रश्न
विचारलं अँड पीपल गेव क्विनिफाय आन्सर.
चांगला प्रश्न होता एकदमच.
प्रश्न काय होता?
Okay, so king h8, yeah, Divya, as you suggested,
Divya's
looks quite...
very interesting idea with king h8, but maybe queen e5 doesn't change anything, no? Then or
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
King, yeah, it doesn't. King h8, and then again, I guess queen e7.
Yeah, if king
So
h7,
you
It's just a
check.
perpetual,
king.
yeah?
It is. It seems
Nahi.
like it. Unless you here.
No, that's too risky. I can't give the g6 pawn with a check.
He goes king
King
h6.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, but that just allows...
Oh, they are drawing.
They're
Yeah, they are
repeating.
drawing. Oh.
No, maybe
okay.
he's just adding time.
No. You can
No.
see Prag's body
Oh, he
language.
played.
No,
Prag's
he
body
played. They're
language.
making a draw.
Guys, Prag's body language is like, why draw kar lete hai?
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking at the score sheet, which means that...
I think
yeah.
Prag also had enough adventure for the day, no?
Yeah,
So,
they're looking at each other.
calling the arbiter.
Their actions are so synchronized.
Wow, what a game. Check here. Gukesh basically calls the arbiter, tells him that I'm going to play this move that will result in a threefold repetition and draw. Agreed there, a handshake.
Wow, what a game.
Wow.
Incredible.
That was entertainment.
Very
Exciting
much
draw,
so.
Sagar. And
Oh, Amruta was right all throughout.
before the game started, I had predicted.
I can't believe, Amruta, you are right once again today.
I thought that you established that already, that she's always right.
By the way, guys, look at this.
What are they analyzing?
Pragyan-
Will he say he missed queen e7 or will... Maybe they saw something. I think it was... We overestimated the game was very difficult.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have the audio here, but we can look at them analyzing. And of course, they are analyzing in Tamil. They speak Tamil with each other.
Oh, you think they're talking Tamil
Yeah, 100%.
or English right now?
100%
Wait.
Tamil.
Ennada.
Divya, do you understand Tamil now after traveling so much?
Konjam.
Oh, very difficult to know. When we spoke, you are not Marathi. She started speaking Marathi. Now she spoke Tamil. So, how
By the way,
many
Divya, what are your next events?
That's a good question.
Sharjah,
Yeah.
World Team.
Oh, world team.
Ah, in
What a
London.
team, by the way, guys. Divya's team. Vishy Anand in the team, right?
No,
Divya?
that's not my team.
Oh, sorry. No, that's not me. Sorry, Vladimir Kramnik. Vidit Gujarati. Peter Swidler, right? Is he there?
Yes.
And Divya.
And Vidit.
Vidit, yes.
Wow.
Wow.
What a game, what a tournament that is going to be. Divya, most likely I'll be coming there to cover the event in London. But it's going to be an
Nice.
amazing event.
Okay, so I guess no one does any challenges, right?
No, Harshit bhai, only person who can do challenge now is you, bhai.
Why? What?
So Harshit bhai, what challenge would you like to take up? The fact that you are in India today.
How many pani puris he can eat?
Oh, yes.
How
And
many?
how
Yeah.
many Divya, what is your highest score?
No, my capacity is low.
Oh.
Only six.
And what about
Yeah.
then
6.
you?
No, 6 is too less, Sagar.
No,
Bhai, come on.
6 is too less.
6
But,
is what you get in one dish, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have never gone to a pani puri wala and paid for 2 dishes.
What?
Actually, me neither. Because, वो लोग पानी इतना भर देते हैं, मेरा पेट भर जाता है.
But in marriages, I do eat more than 6. Maybe it's psychological that you have to pay after 6 and so.
Okay, I'll go get dinner, guys.
अरे अर्शित भाई डेर
हाँ,
करेंगे
but-
डेर तो बोल के जाओ भाई एक तो.
Like, I mean, nothing.
But haircut, you have to do a haircut with
And-
maximum 200 rupees होएगा, ठीक है वहाँ पे
किधर?
जिधर भी हेयरकट करने जाएगा.
200 क्या? अर्शित भाई doesn't go to such places.
नहीं वही
No,
तो
no.
डेयर है ना इसीलिए तो he has to put the invoice on Instagram.
What? Invoice on Instagram?
हाँ 200 रुपए हो गया है.
Invoice
मैंने
कौन देता है भाई?
इनवॉइस 200 रुपए के लेंगे, वो बोलेंगे पागल समझा के हमको, निकलो यहाँ से.
एक तो तो 200 रुपए में हेयर कट किया
I think
फिर
hair
इनवॉइस
colors
भेजी
are better.
सॉरी
हेयर कलर का इतने अच्छे बाल है मेरे, क्यों कलर
हाँ
करूं?
हेयर कलर भाई
हाँ
हर्षित
तो
भाई
मेरे बाल अच्छे हैं तो मुझे तो बोला कलर कर दे.
you have done it no Divya once red I think
Yeah, I intended to. It was supposed to be purple. It came out red.
when was it which tournament did you put red if I remember
ज्यादा ही कलर में फर्क आ गया.
was it Vaikansy or Prague
नहीं, it's been 2-3 years.
अच्छा
चैट
Yeah.
बोलेगी ना हर्षित भाई को डेर.
चैट तो फुल people are saying सागर को है बाल ही नहीं है तो क्या ही कलर but guys I did blue color during Vidit's wedding
You did?
yeah.
Hey, I saw that. I saw that.
वो चीटिंग था भाई.
Cheating.
हाँ.
इट्स लाइक हाफ ट्रूथ. मतलब वो ब्लू है हेयर ऐसा बता सकता है दैट वे. स्मार्ट.
Prag and Gukesh's analysis session is like they both एकदम आराम से ही बैठ गए वो full
So actually for tomorrow, if
Yeah.
something cool happens, I'll post a video of me doing underwater swimming, like about it, like the whole swimming pool.
where in your
Yeah, in my complex.
wow
Don't people swim underwater only? I don't think
who
they
will
swim
shoot
above
but
water.
underwater
नहीं
right?
but don't people.
Sorry?
That's a
Who
good
shoot?
question.
My friends maybe.
They will shoot underwater
No, but they can just shoot from the top. Yeah, you can see that I'm under the water. They don't have to come with me.
I thought you will take GoPro and then edit
मैं advance भाई इतना नहीं भाई.
I know the perfect voice thing you can attach to the video. There
What?
was this meme. I don't remember exactly, but I think, guys, I'm under the water. Please save me. You can use that.
ऐसा
that
ऐसा
voice.
meme है क्या
हाँ, एक है.
Harshit bhai yes done.
Done.
Tomorrow I can tell you the pairing so you can be
Yeah.
prepared. Actually, on any day, guys, if both Indian players win, Harshit bhai will do a brilliant
yeah.
dare.
Yeah, sure.
A what?
Wow.
A what?
A brilliant dare every time both Indians win. And Harshit bhai is always a sport. And we have tomorrow Gukesh versus Nodirbek. Oh my god.
That's a
And
tough.
we have Caruana versus Prag. So
Okay.
very difficult for both to win tomorrow. But who knows?
With black pieces इसीलिए.
Yeah,
Oh, both are black. No, one of them will be. One will be
No,
white.
no, because right, both of them got black for tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's tough.
Prag gets double black in this tournament.
Hmm.
So Divya will be in Sharjah, guys. Next, you should follow her. Sharjah is an epic tournament with Anish Giri playing there, Nodirbek Abdusattorov playing there, and some of the best players in the world. And Divya will be definitely looking for not just playing some great games, also for GM norm. I think Divya, you very narrowly missed your GM norm at this women's Grand Prix, right?
I guess so. I was not following.
You didn't know also.
Norm वो important नहीं है रे उसके
हाँ,
लिए. वो
I
तो
think
उधर
I
आराम
think it
से
will
होता
come
है.
automatically. Yeah, just as long as you play and enjoy, I think she will do
I
great.
think all players who have reached 2500 generally become GMs. Like there is very few who hit, but those who make norms generally, not everyone becomes a GM. So I think hitting 2500 already shows the strength. But yeah, Divya, it was amazing having you here. You were so kind to stay back for so long. So we had so much fun.
Yeah, really,
Yeah,
thank you
so much
so
fun
much.
too.
मतलब I can keep telling
No
him do
worries.
not assume, no assumptions anymore.
Yes.
I proved your point. Yeah.
Amruta's, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that point.
तेरा पे point रहता ही कहाँ है? Pointless ही तो रहता है सब.
Arre. Well, I support women, so.
I support peace. See you guys.
Thank you, Harshit. And
Thanks,
also,
it was
guys,
fun.
Harshit bhai traveled all the way from
For the stream?
Italy. No, from Italy to India. You reached yesterday, no, Harshit bhai? Or today?
Yes. Yeah, today early morning, like 4 a.m.
Wow.
4 a.m.
Hey.
How do you have so much energy? It's just amazing.
man.
Thank you,
No,
bhai,
man.
for coming.
Yeah, of
You
course.
played a game today?
No.
आज गेम नहीं था.
नहीं, I'm back home. अभी क्या गेम खेलूंगा?
Oh, tournament ended.
Yeah,
He
I'm
did
home
well.
in Pune.
Harshit bhai did well, Divya. He's
Oh,
finished
I
in
did
top
okay.
I thought.
20.
Okay. I was so confused. I thought he's in Italy.
No, I'm
No,
back.
but if life is a game, then Harshit bhai plays it every day.
Hmm.
Everyone does.
Yeah, I mean, no, you
Everyone
are
does,
the
yeah.
best. Like, you are a
Everybody is.
really top player in life, bhai.
Definitely not by like क्या ही भाई. Everyone is the same.
Because of the happiness, bhai, that you always are happy. That's the thing.
I mean, I try to spread happiness. I wouldn't exactly say I am happy, but I try to spread it.
Yeah, that I can vouch
That's
for,
quite
guys.
Okay. I have some people calling me for dinner. See you guys.
Who
See you,
are
Divya.
unhappy, bhai,
Shah.
go there and
See you,
spread
bye.
happiness there also.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye,
you.
Divya. Thank you so much. Guys, Harshit Raja and Divya Deshmukh, two amazing people joining us today with this epic encounter of Prag and Gukesh against each other. मतलब इतने twists और turns से गुजरा है ये game. There were so many ups and downs. I felt that Gukesh was going to take this one home. There was no way that I felt like Prag would fight back, especially after this moment where Gukesh found all the best moves.
No,
But
I mean knight f3 and everything was not so easy to see. That's why we thought the whole continuation he'll find. But I do think the position was very tricky.
yes,
Again and again it was getting tricky. So that's where the resources were there. And maybe we should, like, engine makes it easier for us. But I don't think it was as easy.
no, it was not, because
It wasn't easy at all.
the winning move here, the two winning moves were Queen E7 and Queen G3, which were very kind of, human beings, when they calculate, they want to see a direct line. But after
And how do dogs
both these-
calculate?
I mean, I was more talking about humans and engines.
Uh-huh.
So here he found this very but I think hats off to Prag for finding this idea with the pawn activating the
No,
rook.
this was amazing.
I think
Practical
this
try.
was practically really put Gukesh under pressure, and
Here he was
Gukesh-
surprising about 95, what he thought, and obviously he saw this, and why would he reject this was a question. So knight a4, 1 second, just for my curiosity.
yeah, now I think there is a 4
So knight g6 was not a problem, knight here, and rook nothing, no? With
maybe he got a bit scared of this variation with a check and maybe a mating attack.
No, 1 second. What if rook b2 when you go knight d7, no? Rook b2, knight f8. Oh, it's a check. Check hai na?
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, rook b2 is knight f8 check. That's a very good point.
नहीं तो चलता था. Obviously, see, if there was no check,
Yeah.
then there is rook c2, king b1. Mate नहीं क्या?
I mean,
होता ही था.
yeah, it's winning,
नहीं,
but
maybe we had to
this
calculate.
one here, Gukesh didn't go with his knight. He pushed this pawn, which was a big mistake. Prag jumped in. He also had an option of c3 here, but yeah, knight takes, and then Gukesh very smartly, and I think this was a good point that Divya mentioned, that it might be tough for Gukesh to make a draw here, because throughout the game he thought he was winning, but Gukesh was very pragmatic. He was there and he found this right idea to hold, and Prag was like, okay, I accept a draw, and that's how the game ended. So thank you all for staying
Wow.
back, by the way, guys.
And also we had a help chess right now again. Jake Blue.
Jake Blue bhai ne aaj
Oh,
full
he super chatted twice, a big super chat, and also help chess, and also we had like how many? 6, 7, 5, 6
Yeah.
people.
6, I think. So
Help
thank
chess.
you all for supporting, for
Wonderful.
contributing to helpchess.org. Meanwhile,
Ooh, and look at our last subscriber account, 64 squares.
oh nice, that's so nice, guys. Do check out what all we are doing. Subscribe and stay tuned, because we are going to bring you streams every single day. If you are in Mumbai, do sign up for the Big Chess Inter-School Tournament where Harshit Bhai will be joining. That's the pinned message here. Your chance to play Harshit Bhai. And also there is just check do check that out. And also Amruta, Caruana is a pawn up against Nodirbek. This should be a draw.
Yeah.
but it will be not so trivial because Fabi will put pressure. MVL Firouzja, they just hit 40 moves and Firouzja has kept an edge. It will be difficult for MVL to hold this one. And finally, we have Deac versus Wesley So. And in this game, we have a draw that is
Wow.
very likely.
Amazing.
But look at this move, Knight F.
Wow, if you take FG, there's a fork. But if you take Knight F5,
Yeah, you can take, but with which knight? This might be a blunder because of...
Knight G8 is also blunder. It's
Amruta,
a Knight
F7.
E6.
Look at this. F7 wins. Queen.
Beautiful.
So he must go knight C6. And yeah, that's something that's a draw, but
Something
he
should go
spots
on.
it. Okay, guys, thank you all and see you all tomorrow. And thank you all for following today. We had a lot of people joining in, and I hope that tomorrow as well with Nodirbek Gukesh, which will be a huge clash. What? Amruta, he blundered. He missed F7.
No way, come on.
He missed it. No way, Deac
But this is
missed F7.
What?
Guys, this might be the biggest blunder.
Unbelievable at this level. Such a blunder is impossible.
Yeah.
Okay, but he had 1 minute and move number 39th.
Oh.
Arre. 39th
Oh
move.
my God.
Wait, does he have anything? Any chat? No. E4? D4? कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. ठीक है. Crazy.
No, Wesley is like
Crazy,
just
man.
push the pawn,
Big,
yeah.
big twist.
If he
biggest
takes
one.
Fe7, I'll just collapse.
अभी क्या इधर तो
No, but why is he not playing his move? Yeah, like what is...
अच्छा ट्रांसमिशन एरर है क्या?
He plays it over.
Unbelievable. Oh, this is gonna hurt Diaz because it was a draw and we are like, okay.
Genius 100 says he doesn't have engine. You guys have it. But
No, but
guys,
F7
this
is just that you don't need any engine.
This is insane. Come on.
Anyway, I don't think Sagar calculated all of it without engine anyway.
Resigns.
Oh, resign. Unbelievable.
Huge result.
Crazy. Yeah, I think generally what happens, Prakaja, is like the pressure sometimes is going on for a long time and it's the most natural to see a blunder on any time after 38, 39, 40. And in fact, many people blunder even on 41st move or 42nd once the pressure is released. So, yeah, those 5 moves are kind of you have to take care.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, this one is very rare kind of, this kind of a blunder is...
Very.
No, we don't get to see such a one. So it's going to hurt Diaz. That's the reason because he's not going to believe what he did. And that's why it's going to take some time. So there's some things which are okay, but this one is going to hurt him. Okay.
Guys, tomorrow see you all at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
And check
Take
out
care.
Chessranga to improve, guys. Bye-bye.